MMA Roasted Podcast. We got a great show today. We have Kamaru Usman calling in. We have Phil Baroni. And I'm here in studio. A girl who just fought in Ryzen like 3 days ago. Alyssa Garcia.
Got a little shiner.
Yeah, you got a little black eye, but you look beautiful as ever. And the return of the most mysterious man on the planet.
You needed a good adjective,
I don't know
didn't you?
I was trying not to insult you that bad.
No, you
but
needed a good adjective.
So, yes,
Mysterious.
CB Gold is here.
I'm back, people.
As well as a guy who's responsible for bringing the show over to Pluto TV and making us televised, and a guy who's running the Fight channel, a guy who's actually fought before. He placed in the New York State Wrestling Tournament. What place did you come in?
I didn't place in New York State.
Counties?
Yeah, second. I got
second place in the Nassau County.
I lost
Wrestling.
1-0 to Dan Donnelly. Yeah.
Fuck Dan Donnelly, okay. Yes, we have Andrew Montanez. I want to thank our sponsor. Listen, people, DM Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Academy is the perfect place to start or continue your BJJ journey. I know me personally, I'm going to get back into the gym. I haven't rolled since ACL surgery. I can't wait to go back because I feel like I don't know, I feel out of shape and fat, and I feel so much better about my life when I do jiu-jitsu. So they got
looking for compliments, like I'm fat and this.
no, thank you. Thank you. Well, if I was fat, it'd be good for you. But listen, they got classes for kids and adults. They got expert instruction by world champion head instructor Demetrius Mavroganis and his team of first-class instructors that will help get you in shape and ready for your next competition. If you want group classes or private instruction, call them today at 310-800-5878. And if you're near Lakewood, Long Beach, visit them at 5543 Woodruff Avenue in Lakewood, California, or go to dmbjj.com. My friend Eric goes there. Eric sponsors my wrestling team. He sponsors the podcast. He's a great guy, and he's one of the best. Also, if you need marijuana, listen, people, go to speedweed.com for overnight delivery to over 1,088 cities across California. You can find everything with one quick stop: flower, edibles, concentrate, topicals, vapes, and more. Sign up and use code ROASTED for $10 off. Orders over $100 at speedweed.com. I've been using the roll-on. My back feels so much better. I've been moving all weekend, and I'm telling you, they got great stuff. They got the sprays. You can spray CBD oil right into your mouth, and they got great vapes. They got great everything. And when you're high, you're usually hungry. So Blue Apron, blueapron.com. Listen, people, it's the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. And their mission is to make incredible home cooking accessible to everyone. And they achieve this by supporting a more sustainable food system, setting the highest standards for ingredients, and building a community of home chefs. They've established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the U.S. And as a result, their beef, chicken, and pork come from responsibly raised animals. I love animals, and I love to raise them responsibly. So, cooking together builds strong family bonds. Me and my wife, we have Blue Apron night. It's the best night of the week. She looks at me like I actually know what I'm doing, which in the bedroom I don't. So those who spend a lot at restaurants or high-end grocery chains can now spend under $10 per person per day. It's affordable. They got variety. It's flexible, easy, and guaranteed. Check out this week's menu and get your first 3 meals free with free shipping. Go on to blueapron.com/MMA roast. You'll love how good it feels, how good it tastes. Be able to create incredible home-cooked meals with Blue Apron. Don't wait. It's blueapron.com/MMA roast. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. So, Alyssa,
yes.
Let's start with you. I watched your fight, actually, this morning. And you know what? I'm looking back. I'm like, they could have given that fight to you. It was a very close fight.
Yeah, it was. It was a good fight. I could have pulled more out of myself. There's a lot of mistakes I made mentally more than physically. And I had to pick up the pace towards the end of the fight and go for, they went for like a desperation rolling knee bar. They turned into a triangle, turned into an arm bar.
That was great.
Yeah, no, it I wish I would have got it on the first try, but
how close were you to finishing that?
That arm bar actually, when she postured up, I could feel it. I mean, I knew I had to break her arm because she knew the time was short. She's like, I know she was gonna be like, fuck this, take my arm home because there's no way I'm gonna tap. So. Once we ballied down, I put everything I could to. There
were a lot of comments about your butt cheeks. It did seem like you had her arm in between your butt cheeks, and everyone on the internet. And you know what? I'm like, listen, I know Alyssa. I look at you as a fighter. I have nothing but respect for you. So I wasn't gonna retweet some of those, but you did. Your butt did look great, by the way. You look like you've been
playing
doing
a little bit of the fight right now.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
It looked like you've been working on your butt. Have you doing squats or something?
No, luckily no, I have not. So now I do want to work on my butt in case I get in a position like that, so my ass looks even nicer. But no, it was funny because the wardrobe. Luckily it wasn't a wardrobe malfunction too bad. But yeah, there was a few times in the fight where I was like, oh, lip don't pop out, please.
Wow.
Like, do not come
My
out.
friends were thinking the opposite. My friends were like, "Come on, lip pop out! Come on, lip pop."
Yeah, they did have a titty pop out in another
Me,
fight.
Yamamoto, her sports bra came up, and you barely missed the nipple, barely.
I know, and
I
people
thought
were
it was there.
people were tweeting me, and I'm like, I'm not retweeting this. I'm sorry. Like, I understand like the perv, but at the same time, these are the highest athletes in the world, and
Yeah.
you know.
I'm using it when my wife leaves, but I won't retweet it.
Nah, they're not the highest athletes. There's like Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
They're not right.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So now those leg kicks look like you showed me a picture of your leg. I have not seen anything. It was so black it got pulled over. Okay, that's how black your leg. It actually went to go see Tyler Perry by itself. Your leg left. It actually left and came.
You come prepared.
No, no,
You come
no,
prepared.
no.
Yeah.
Now, how? Talk to me about those leg kicks.
You know what? Honestly, that had the biggest impact on my performance for sure. In the beginning of the fight, I had some great takedowns. I had a nice blast double. The first leg kick I felt, I was like, okay, that hurt. It was a little bit of a dead leg, nothing crazy. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna catch the next one. Boop, oop. Okay, I didn't catch that one. I'll catch the next one. Oop, didn't catch that one. They started hitting the same place over and over again. There's a part in the fight where she hit me, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna switch my stance real quick.
Yeah.
Get my shit back together. And then once I tried to shoot again, I was bending at the waist because my leg was just.
You couldn't even squat
I
down.
couldn't change
Now,
levels to shoot.
did you know in training, like, okay, she's gonna be leg kicking the crap out of you?
Yeah, I mean, we trained for it, and it has nothing to do with what my teammates didn't get me ready for, what Josh didn't get me ready for. What we saw in front of me is exactly what we trained for, and it's just mentally it was.
She's a lot taller than you.
Yeah, and we knew she was taller than me too. I mean, I was sparring with Victor Henry, who's about the same height as her, and lengthy, and we were ready for it. It's just I didn't pull the trigger and I was supposed to. I hesitated, and it cost me.
I don't know. I thought you did great, and this is all learning experience. This is only your 7th fight.
Yeah.
You're very, very new to the sport. You're only 23 years old. I mean, you were in high school 5 years ago. Wrestling.
Yeah.
So, by the way, you were wearing wrestling shoes.
Yes.
Is that an advantage or a disadvantage?
You know what? I don't see myself getting I didn't see myself getting heel hooked or toe hold or anything by this girl. So that's really the only disadvantage that it would have had on me. But the advantage is being able to run my takedowns, especially on that canvas. It's the rising canvas is very like material, like it's almost like a not a carpet, but it's a different type of canvas. So the grip on with the shoes has really helped me. Like run that double, get good grip, and just be able to get good grip on my feet and run. Same thing with keeping someone down. If you're in side control or whatever, and you're putting your weight on somebody,
Yep.
and you dig your toes into the mat, you're good. Dig your toes into the mat. It's a good way to keep the pressure on them. So
Now, it seemed like you were wearing a one-piece bikini in your fight.
Yeah.
Now, I was trying to put myself in that position of like, how would I feel in a one-piece bikini? Was it
Sexy.
Did you feel naked or was it freeing? I mean, 'cause most girls don't. Maybe they wear shorts or other things like.
No, I like that style. The look. It's actually the bottoms are like the old school, like what Josh would wear back in Pride, like the that bottom.
Yeah.
So that's what the bottoms look like. But I didn't wear a sports bra. I wore it was like a tank top. Just something different. That's what I wore in my fight before this fight. I just like the style, but no, it's not uncomfortable. I mean, even if I threw a leg kick, like nothing popped out, or everything was tucked back pretty well. So
No, it was a cool. I enjoyed watching it. You came out to Led Zeppelin, which is one of the baddest. I mean, now are you allowed to come out to Led Zeppelin? Do they have to clear that with Led Zeppelin?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because
I don't think half the band's
I think
gonna
in
care.
Japan you're alright. I think
yeah,
you're
maybe.
fine.
I don't know. But I know, like, certain people, when they try to repost it on social media, the video, it would get taken down because of the song.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I guess in social media or whatever. So some people had to change the music or whatever for the background music. But
How did you like Japan?
oh, I loved it. I'd never been. Last time we were in Tokyo, so we were in Fukuoka this time, and it was really nice. I mean, I always like it going out
People
there.
recognize you on the street?
Well, I mean, we say that we wouldn't go to the street too far. They recognize Josh. It's weird. It's like he's like Brad Pitt over there or something. I'm not even Brad Pitt. He's like He's like Steve Buscemi over there, you know. If you see Steve Buscemi, you're like, man, I think that's Steve Buscemi. So like people come up to him and like recognize him. So it's great. Last time we were in Tokyo, it was the weirdest. He was like an A-list celebrity. It was weird.
Well, good for him because Josh Barnett is he's the man.
Yeah.
CB, what's going on with you? How's your life?
Life's good, man. Just been working at the tattoo shop and traveling like crazy. So just been very, very busy, but loving it, man. Things are going great at the shop, making some money, and just been graphing my face off a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been watching you graphing lots of people on your social media. You seem like you stepped it up. You're now an A-list grapher.
I was beyond A-list a long time ago. Come on.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, let's be realistic here.
Sorry. And Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing swell.
Yeah. Working hard?
Always.
All right, nice.
Yeah, just trying to help this shit out.
Well, you're doing good, man.
Yeah, this is
We
rad.
sponsored this chick this weekend, which was almost made people at Pluto cry when we saw her. We're like, oh my God. Oh shit, look at that. Pluto TV.
I was happy when I saw you come out with the Pluto thing. I was really
And my little
pumped.
Pluto hat I had on back.
Oh, I was like, let me give her a shirt too, because I'm like, I don't know if she wants to wear the hat like forward, and I was like, let me just throw in a
I put it on
shirt.
board. I was like, I look like a jackass.
Yeah, I was like, that could look like a real jackass. I was like, let me throw a shirt and maybe synergy will happen here.
Nice.
Maybe the right thing will happen. So
I had shows all week, obviously. I had a show. It was a lot of fun. Wednesday at the Laugh Factory was a good time in Long Beach. And then I was telling my friend a story that so one time I was hosting at the Haha, and this kid that worked there, you know, they have sometimes kids that work there, they get stage time. It's like their pay as they get on stage.
Oh, okay,
so there was it's this kid. I'm like, hey, what's your name? And his name was Mike Balls, but I thought he said my balls, right? So, because I had to bring him
Balls
up
with an
next.
S? Is
But
that-
yeah, I go, that's his gimmick. Like, you know how black guys are like, you know, Earthquake or whatever? Like, his name was My Balls, right? So I get up on stage and I go, guys, next comic's really funny. Give it up for my balls, right? And then he's like, dude, it's Mike Ball. Like, I'm like... So like everyone thought I was like, I said, give it up for my balls. So like they were all laughing. Everybody was like, the owner was fucking dying laughing. It's like that's, give it up for my balls.
That's your bit right there.
But this guy was all like angry. He's like, dude, my name is Mike Ball. I'm like,
because he probably dealt with that his entire childhood.
I literally thought he said his name was my balls.
Could you imagine high school for that kid?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I introduced him as my balls. That was the only laugh he got in his fucking show. It was,
Oh my God.
was me saying his
Shout
name.
out my.
They're gonna be like, hey, you're
shout out
Adam's balls, aren't you?
This next guy's been all over the world. One of the funniest guys you ever seen. Get rid of my balls, everybody. That was.
That sucks.
So that was that. And then we moved, right? And like my wife, you know, because my wife works in Woodland Hills, and I live in the Valley, in Valley Village, and it's an hour for her to get to work, and she's always complaining on the road. I gotta drive an hour to work, and I gotta go home and walk your pets, and walk your dog, and then blah blah, you know, just and I'm like, all right, let's move closer to your fucking work, all right? She's like, fine, like. Within 5 minutes, she found the place, right? Of me saying that. I'm like, great, now I gotta fuck. So she's like, she didn't want to pack. She's like, I don't want to pack. I found these guys. They'll come over and pack your stuff for you. I'm like, no, you have to pack. No, that's how moving works. You pack and then no, trust me, they'll pack everything. I'm like, so I packed my stuff. I'm like, all right. So she said, I packed some of her stuff. Next thing you know, 5 Russians walk in my place at like 7 a.m, and they're like, they packed everything. They did it. They packed everything, and we moved everything over. It was expensive,
wow.
but they did it for us. At first, they were like, wow, we didn't really actually believe that you guys wouldn't pack. Like, most people actually pack for us, but they're like, and then they were nice guys.
That's
Well,
kind of crazy.
It was funny because they were all like doctors in the Ukraine, and here they're moving. But
Plastic surgeon.
yeah, so we moved, but now our stuff is like, it looks like a scene from Hoarders, because we're trying to get stuff out of just boxes everywhere. And then like my dog, my pets, you know, one of the reasons we moved is because when my girl moved in, she took over my guest room. I had a guest room. It was a 2-bedroom, and she put all her shit and like didn't move any of it. So my dog was peeing in that room, which is not good, but at least he was peeing in that room. But then when it got full, he started peeing in our room. So our room smelled like dog pee. So we're like, okay,
Nice.
and our new place.
My apartment sometimes smells like I got a dog and a cat, so I know the feeling, yeah.
Damn.
So our new place, we're like, we're not letting the dog in the bedroom. New rule, no pets in the bedroom, right?
Wow.
So the first night we're in the bedroom, and all you hear is the dog crying and against the wall, like, what did I do? What did I do?
Fuck.
Come on. So then within an hour, he was back with us.
It's not how it always works.
Yeah, I was like,
Fuck.
I'm like, all he wants. This thing is like, all he wants to do is cuddle with us. You know, that's the only thing he wants to do. So I just felt bad. So then, of course, like, and then it's weird because the dogs I got my dog in my arm, and then my girl starts like playing with me basically, and I'm like, "Hey, baby, this is kind of weird with the dog with me." So she's like, "Well, get rid of the dog." I'm like, "Well, I'm kind of tired." Like, so now like I chose the dog. So now she's like, she said to me, she's like, I'm second to the dog. I'm like, "That's not true, babe. You're fifth to the cat, Frankie, Lemon." I named all the cats and the dog.
All the pets and then her.
Yeah.
How many pets do you have?
We have 3 cats and a dog.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a
Fuck
zoo.
that.
It's
Yeah.
a it's
No
a
offense, no
it's a zoo in
Fuck,
there.
no, fuck
No
that.
offense, yeah.
My dad
Definitely
says
fuck
kind of the
that.
same thing.
What?
Like when my mom goes up to her house in Mammoth and his friends will call him, he's like, "Yeah, she's taking the poodles and the dog. Guess which one's which?"
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no. She's like, "You love me more than the dog." I'm like, "Well, one I'm gonna have for 10 years, and then there's the dog."
Yeah, he loves me more, so.
Oh, fuck.
But like this comic had a joke. It's an old joke. He's like, "You want to see if your wife, who loves you more, your wife or your dog? Okay, lock both of them in the car or your trunk, right, for an hour. All right, when you open them up, who's happier to see you?" So anyway, right now, so Instagram and Twitter, obviously right now, the whole thing with Harvey Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein, what's going on? Awful. Like, what that guy did was horrible. You position his power. You can't have, "Hey, want to be in my movie? Watch me jerk off in the shower." Just
Okay,
not
honestly, I live under a rock, so I don't know what's going on with that guy.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure either.
Okay, so Harvey Weinstein is this big producer. Like, he used to be in Miramax, and now he produced like these major films.
Okay.
So over the years, it's come out now that like 20 women. He was a couple of them. He's been accused. One of them, I think he's been accused of rape. But a lot of women, but that's sort of like the details haven't come out about that.
Okay.
Other women, he's like, "Hey, you want to be in my movie? You have to come give me a massage or come watch me jerk off in the shower." Which, why would you want, or watch me take a shower? I would never want to have a girl watch me take. I mean, maybe because he's a fucking whale. He's a big
Shouldn't
fat
it be the
whale,
other way?
and he thinks it'll remind him of SeaWorld or something. But I don't know why this is. But
What the fuck?
Shouldn't
So-
it be the other way?
so what? Yeah.
Where he watches her take a shower?
I think it would be a lot. Like, I would be a lot less offended or weirded. I was like, "Look, if you want to be in my movie, you have to have sex with me." But if it's like, if you want to be in my movie, you gotta watch my ugly ass shower. It's like, fuck. Can I just have sex with you
It's
instead?
all. Yeah.
I can close my eyes to that one.
I'd rather have sex with you than
If we're having
watch
sex, I can
your
close my
fat-ass
eyes.
Shower.
You can think about it. It's weird. First, I don't even like
It's
taking
weird.
showers with a girl because I always let her get the water and then I get cold.
Yeah, like the balance on that shower
It's
is not
so-
great. Yeah,
yeah.
You need like a ball. He probably had a baller shower, but you need like a
Oh, yeah,
baller
but they're like,
shower.
shh.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
that. Yeah, not
Well,
like
the girl
my
has to like
shitty-
wash her, and all you
shitty
do is
Hollywood apartment shower.
all you do is
No.
wash her tits or something.
So all these women are now. So all these women are coming forward. Like, I mean, Courtney Love said something about it, but then all these like Rose McGowan, she accused him of rape, and then him settling for $100,000. So anyway, so now he's got fired from Miramax or from the Weinstein Company, and he's going to a rehab, which is like
Sex addiction,
Yeah,
right?
which is come on, look at me, a rehab, and then also
Go to a shower
he's getting kicked
rehab.
off the board. He's got all kinds of things are happening. He's on suicide watch. Him and his brother are fighting with each other. His wife left him. So he's obviously shit's going really bad,
Well,
right?
so this guy's got a lot going on right now.
A lot going
Does this
on.
have to do with boycott Twitter, or is that something?
Well, yeah,
else?
because Rose McGowan said something about it, and then she actually posted someone's phone number, and she got thrown off Twitter. So,
What an idiot.
so then people were like, "Fuck that! Why is she getting thrown off Twitter?"
And he's not.
And other people aren't. So then women were going to boycott Twitter, right? So now there's this whole another movement where it's like #MeToo, where all these
Saw
women
that.
are coming forward with their
Oh, okay, I saw that.
and look
I was like, what the
look.
fuck?
It's horrible. If sexual harassment's horrible, and that's horrible. And what he did was using his power. Me personally, I know that I used to go work at this comedy club in New York where there was a booker there, and he would this like disgusting older gay male who just like didn't take care of himself, and he was ugly, and he would constantly come up and like grab my hips and be like, "How important is your comedy?" And like.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And like brush up against me. And this went on for like a year, and he do all the comics. I was 21 or 22, and at that point my comedy was important. So I was taking. I wasn't even getting.
taking it?
I wasn't even
You were
getting.
taking it.
Yeah.
How far did it go, Adam?
No, nothing. I never like got sexual other than him groping, like basically with my clothes on, like moving past me where he's grabbing my hip. Hey, you want more spots? It's just fucking horrible. Yeah.
Like Big Gay Al.
Oh, it was the fucking worst. It was the worst. And I wasn't getting fucking Harvey Weinstein films. I was getting 2:00 in the morning spots at the fucking New York I was getting
the check drop spot.
Check drops on like the Puerto Rican shows. Like I wasn't even getting fucking good spots out of it. So #me too. Like and then I went up to Stand Up New York, and I would be like, the other booker, I'm like, hey, how do I get on? And this guy, Jerry, was like, you gotta lick my balls. That's what he fucking told me. You gotta grab my balls. And
once.
He was just being an asshole. But there was another, he got replaced by this 400-pound guy that was always making fucking comments. So finally, I'm like, hey, dude, wanna go boxing? So I took him to the boxing thing, because I wanted him to see me, like, I was a good...
Show your dominance.
That I could, like... So then,
Fuck him up.
yeah, but all he did was wait in the locker room for me to change. So I like... So I actually brought my stuff with me, and I'm like, I'm not changing in front of you, fucking creep.
Oh, it's so weird.
He's like looking under the stall doors. Where are you?
Oh, it's horrible. But that first guy was the worst. I wanted to kill him. And look, what happened to me was not as bad as people taking showers in front of me or jerking off in front of me. There was another girl who said basically that she was on a boat and he went in the room and jerked off in front of her and stuff. And
was she like stuck there? Or?
Yeah, stuck there. I forgot the woman's name. She used to host a podcast with Greg Wilson. She was a big model back in the. I forgot it's all over TMZ. Anyway,
That's so weird.
So this guy, now supposedly others just coming forward of like Corey Feldman went on and said that he was pedophilia was a problem, and now that this supposedly like the shit's hitting the fan, and
oh man,
open Pandora's box with this,
which is good because people need to be called out for their bullshit.
But that's like so. I mean, not that I'm sure he did most of the things people are saying he does, or had done. But I bet you there's a lot of people coming out here with some bullshit though too.
Well, what bothers me a little bit is like a lot of men are going on like Twitter and Instagram and be like, ladies, I'm on your team. #me too. But these guys, I hate how women are being looked at as whatever. And these guys, I know, are cheating on their girlfriends. Like fucking being complete assholes. I'm like, you're just trying to backdoor the pussy. Like, you're just trying to go,
I got you. Like kind of thing. Like,
I feel so bad for you. It's like when you find out your boyfriend dumps you. Oh, how could he? Come over here and...
suck my dick.
Yeah.
That'll make you feel better.
And I'm not saying all men are doing this, but enough where it's like, it almost like takes away a little bit like this, what women are saying, this movement by them. You know, it's just kind of like...
That's so crazy.
These like male feminists, like the Jamie Kilsteins of the world who are going after all these people and then themselves are harassing women or all this shit.
I guess that's better though than like some people are like, well, she probably deserved it. Like I'm sure there's people like that too. Like I know Rose McGowan, she would get a lot of like shit for like, she probably didn't even get raped or she probably deserved it or this and that. Like, oh, I don't think anyone deserves it.
You're right.
That
That is worse.
Well, she was with Marilyn Manson for a while, so.
But then Al Michaels, by the close out. Oh, when you talk, put that a little closer. So then Al Michaels got in trouble on Monday Night Football because the Giants were like up by like 20 points, and he's like, man, the Giants they're doing pretty good. They had a worse week than Harvey Weinstein, right? So then he had within like 5 minutes he had to apologize on Monday Night, and I kind of have a.
Of course.
I mean,
someone's in his ear, like, no, you gotta say something. Retract immediately.
An issue with that though. Him apologizing. Okay, he made a joke. It was a joke. He wasn't making fun of the victims. He wasn't making fun of people. Harvey Weinstein was having a bad week, and good. He should have a bad week. Fuck him and his bad week. But why can't he make a joke about that? Like, we're not allowed to mention the person anymore. I mean, that's a very dangerous slope of like, you can't make a joke.
Throwing things under the rug kind of thing.
Well, to me, it's like, and then what's his name? The guy, James Corden. Basically, James Corden, who was on he's the Late Show. He had a thing of like, man, there are a lot of good-looking women here, so women look so good that Harvey Weinstein already asked them up to take a shower, and then all of a sudden Rose McGowan's like, you're committing to rape culture, and I'm like, this guy's a comedian. He's a comedian making a joke, so.
And the apology's forced.
He had to apologize.
No, but when they told like Al Michaels, I bet it was the studios and everybody like, you need to apologize.
You are representing an entire company and...
Yeah, but it's not like the chick who made the comment, what was it, from CNN or Fox Sports, or not Fox Sports, Fox News or something. She made a comment and she got fired like that day. It said something. Wasn't it the Vegas shooting she was talking about?
Oh, yeah, no.
They're all Trump.
Yeah, all Trump supporters. That wasn't a Fox News. She worked for like a NBC affiliate or something. She got fired.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't know. To me, comedians, people saying, well, when you start making rules like you can't put words in jokes, then that's sort of like hindering on free speech and also hindering on comedy as a whole. I remember like when O.J. Simpson that happened. There was a billion OJ jokes. I mean, the Tonight Show had fucking dancing Judge Itos at one point, and it was the funniest shit I've ever heard. And now OJ Simpson killed 2 people. I mean, he murdered 2 people. Not to, not to say
One's
that
worse
these
than the
people,
other,
not to say one or the other, but he killed 2 people. And now you can't mention OJ Simpson in jokes. I'm just saying that if we keep up this thing, it's like me. I'm in the joke business. That's how I make a living telling jokes. And if all of a sudden I can't say a name because it's just like, oh shit. Now, because everyone's gonna get it. I even wrote a joke last night of like, you say, why did the chicken cross the road? Oh, I'm a vegan and you shouldn't make jokes about chicken.
Yeah, it was funny. It was funny.
Yeah, right.
It was funny. And there goes like the opening monologues for guys like Leno, Fallon, Kimmel. If they can't touch on the Weinstein thing or, whatever it is, then we're just pretty much abolishing laughing.
Right. And there was a guy I know on my Facebook who works at a comedy club who today goes, listen, ladies, I'd like to apologize for all the times I've laughed at misogynistic jokes and all the time. And I'm like, you work at a comedy club and now you're apologizing for laughing at jokes? Like, what? Like, we have to stop at some point and say, listen, jokes are jokes. The intent is to make you laugh. Sometimes they hit the mark. Most of the time they don't. But the intent is to make someone laugh. It's not you. If you have to start breaking down every joke and the hidden meaning and what the I remember I wrote a joke. There was somebody was fighting, and I go, man, it was like 2 girls fighting, 2 girls on the UFC, and I go, man, I haven't seen. This is the best female fight I've seen since Meek Mill and Drake, right? And somebody DMs me, you know what? Oh, you're saying that women are less than men, and that's why it's funny. And I'm like. What?
Like you really misunderstood.
Yeah. And anything that's totally opposite.
She's like, well, you're calling them girls, so therefore they're not as good. I go, listen.
It had nothing to do with them. It's about the fight.
I go, this is a joke. If anybody, look, I coach girls wrestling. Okay, I do a lot. I have more female fighters on my podcast than any fucking other podcast out there, including female-only podcasts. Okay, so
and then you got to justify everything, and it just makes life so much more difficult.
And then the person writes back, well, that's like saying you have a black friend so that you can make race. I go, leave me the fuck alone.
No, there's no correlation. Let's not do this right now.
See, that's ridiculous. But I mean, that's like I was telling you, I live under a rock. I don't know anything about the Weinstein thing.
I want to be under a rock.
You have an excuse. You were in Japan.
I like the pressure. That's why I'm a chubby chaser. I like to be under rocks. But no, like at least you're talking about it. Like even if it's like a joke thing, it's like, wait, what's that? I don't know what that is. It's like people are at least you're talking about it though too. Whether it's like through humor, and I think talking through things through humor is that the worst thing someone could do? It's like
it's on. People are like equating the guy making the joke with the person who did the crime.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you made a joke about that.
Why are you mad at me? I didn't make them watch me take a shower. like it's ridiculous.
At some point, it's just gonna be like, should we just prohibit comedy? Period, because nothing's allowed to be funny anymore. If we can't use topical comedy, then we just have book jokes and like one-liners.
Well, no, what they'll say is, no, you can't do any jokes about anybody who I perceive is less than you, which is, first of all, who the fuck are you to perceive anything? But they go, okay, so you can only make fun of Donald Trump. If every single comedy club is just Donald Trump jokes for 2 hours.
It's annoying.
And then
Plus
it's
the fact that the crowd work, and when you bring stuff up like that, it brings people into the show. It's
whenever I make a joke and like I go, oh, like a black joke or something, the black people in the crowd, 99.9% are laughing, and the white people are going, ooh.
Yeah, of course.
And then I have to
And then they look over.
Yeah, they look over and they go, okay, they're laughing, it's okay.
Yeah.
They're laughing, it's okay.
It's so dumb. It really, it's weird. It's a weird time now. It's just a weird time.
It's like singing a rap song and they drop the M-bomb and you're like, wait. Okay.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
We're good.
It's unbelievable because then it's not going to stop at jokes. It's going to say, okay, no more songs that have violence in it. And then they're going to go, okay, no more movies that have nudity or that exploit women in movies and no more video games. It's like, okay, then all of a sudden we're everything that we're not.
I feel like we're back in the 30s at that point.
Not even now. Then all of a sudden we are an oppressed culture. All of a sudden we're like, oh, we're so much better than China because we are free speech. No, we don't have free speech anymore.
We're not anymore. No, yeah.
And we did it to ourselves.
everyone's saying we can't say this, can't say that, or that's rude. How can you say that?
So we're calling Kamaru Usman, by the way, who's on like a 6-fight winning streak. We got to talk about the Donald Cerrone fight this weekend. Straight bathrooms are outside, or I don't know where it is, somewhere. Just keep walking.
Can you grab me a Red Bull, please? Thank you.
So we're calling.
Yes.
So Donald Cerrone's fighting Darren Till. A weird card in Poland this week.
Yeah. Weird card.
No. So and then that girl Valentina's fighting, right? The girl Valentina, the Polish girl.
She's fighting again?
I'm pretty.
That's not Nunes?
No. Carolina's fighting.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's fighting. Yeah, that's right. She's fighting
Kowalkiewicz.
Jody Escobar.
Jody Escobar.
Yeah, from Invicta.
Jody's a huge underdog in that fight.
I'm surprised because she honestly, I thought she beat the girl that got into the. I don't know if you ever saw the you know how they fight to get into the tug house. I thought she beat that girl. I forget her name. Damn it, Ashley Yoder. Yeah, she fought Ashley Yoder. I thought she beat her.
I like Ashley Yoder. Yoder came to my show. She was so drunk.
Really?
Yeah, she came to see Tom Galicchio was doing comedy too, and you know she come in and she's like, "Woo!" like a day after her fight against Angela Hill.
Okay.
And she's probably drinking away her sorrows or just maybe just
partying. Having a good time.
So I'm like, "Hey, you're gonna be quiet, right?" Like, and I don't even know her, and I feel like a dick doing that, especially for somebody who like I look up to as a fighter and I respect. And she's like, "Oh, I'm good." And she sat there and was totally cool.
Oh, that's cool.
But I was like, I hope I don't have to kick out this girl. Because,
like, you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. She's like, "What?"
Because you get like obnoxious people, huh? Like,
well, she's like, "It's comedy. I'm gonna be laughing," and I'm like, yeah, but not like this." You know?
Yeah.
But it happens. So, did you get to see Japan at all? Did you go anywhere?
A little bit, yeah. After I walked around a little bit, I went exploring on my own. When we got there, or the morning, because we got there at night. So the next morning, I was like, "Oh, I'll wake up, go get a little bit of something to eat, and then check out." Because we're right by the water, which was cool, and it was like 70 degrees out there. It was warm, but it was like cloudy and rainy.
Really?
It was like humid, a little humid. But yeah, I went to go check it out a little bit, just walk around, and then after weigh-ins, me and Josh went to go. I'd like to go to this place called Go Curry. Fucking bomb.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, it's so good. And then I wanted to get okonomiyaki. I don't know if you've ever had okonomiyaki. It's like quiche or something like Japanese. It's fucking bomb though, dude. And then we went to the red light district and like checked that out.
No way.
Yeah, well, it's like frowned upon over there because it's not legal. So it's just like these like stores
with women in them.
Yeah. And, like, they'll bathe you and then, like, jerk you off. Or
Did you and Josh get jerked off and bathed?
No, I wanted to. I was like, man, I can't come all the way over here and not get jerked off. I'm trying to Weinstein some people. Should I not say that?
No,
Am I
you can
gonna
say
get in trouble?
You're a Mexican girl. You can say it.
But it was cool, man. It was fun. A lot of I like Tokyo so far, like that I've been to.
Now, do you have I know like you were dating that guy on the bike.
Yeah.
Have you seen him recently? Or?
Yeah. That's yeah.
Are you guys together now?
No. We're not together. No, we have our we know our agreement. Yeah, we know.
So you guys were fuck buddies?
No, I wouldn't want to say that. A little bit more than that, I guess, because he's probably gonna watch this.
So you guys are cuddle buddies, but you're not exclusive.
Yes, not exclusive.
Jiu-jitsu and chill.
Now, he actually does not train at all. Actually, the first time I remember, I don't know if I told you, the first time we went out, I usually don't tell people that I fight or anything. So he was like, "Oh, your ear." I'm like, "Oh, it's my twin sister. She didn't make it."
Yeah.
It's a fetus. Like,
no, you didn't.
I made the joke, but he was like, "Hey, you look really familiar." I'm like, "Oh, that's weird."
I used to have really bad cauliflower ear, and I mean really bad. I had surgery on mine, and I would have girls when I'd be hooking up with the girls. She'd be going to this ear, and then she would go to this ear. I'm like, "Oh no, please don't go to that ear," because then one time the girl started. I go, "Ow, what'd you do? Look what you did!" She's like, "I'm sorry," and I was like, "I'm just kidding." It's fucked up.
That's what Matt Hughes did to my ex. She has to touch his ears, and he's like, "Yeah, go ahead." And she touched it, and he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was messing with her, and she was like, "Oh my god, what did I do?" She's a moron.
Because we could say that now. Huh?
But now you know that he's sleeping with other girls. Or is he?
I don't know. I don't ask questions. I just like,
don't ask, don't tell.
Yeah, you know.
But we're being safe though. We're using protection.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, is it you that says get the condoms, or does you wait for him to say get the condoms?
No. They just know like when to get it. For the most part, you know.
Yeah. That's
it's
good.
Just like all right. You know.
There's not like a condom dispenser above the bed.
They just start falling when it's time. They just know. There's this button I hit. They just.
That would be
Just
awesome.
drops from the ceiling and unrolls on the way down.
This guy
I
had
just have them hidden all over me, like my bra, my shoe, like my hair tie, like they're just everywhere.
There was a comic named Joe who quit comedy. One of my favorite jokes he did was like, when women are like, I've never done this before, right? Or I'm usually not like this. And you go to their bed and there's a condom dispenser, but then they don't even have sheets. All they have is that rip away paper you get at the doctor's office.
That's so gross. That's terrible. No, for the most part, it's funny. We have like a running joke at my house with my teammates, and you know those shitty lifestyle condoms?
Yeah.
They're like ones from Planned Parenthood. So like my thing is like, if you're a grown man and you don't have a condom with you, then you get to wear that shitty condom. I don't have Trojans. So like if that's like your punishment, it's gonna feel fine for me, but you're gonna have that.
Oh yeah,
condom.
wow, you really showed them.
Yeah.
you
Didn't think that was what that was.
wow, you are so.
I didn't think that's what that was.
Man, if you don't have condoms, you got to wear these shitty ones.
They are shitty though.
Not-
Condom. I've got a condom.
Yeah. We're not having sex.
Well, I'm not gonna lose out. Like I'm still getting my piece.
Right, of course.
Come on.
No, okay, that's good.
Only like pieces, not the whole thing.
No, yeah, just that piece.
Yeah, right. That's good.
Piece, you know?
Yeah. I'm like that too. I'm like, ladies, if you don't have, I don't know how I can relate that.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, are you on Tinder and Bumble, or are you?
No, after me and Josh matched up on Tinder, I was like, quit. I
That's
quit
it?
Tinder. I quit Tinder.
Wait, but when you matched up, you actually swiped right on each other?
No, he did.
Yeah, they both.
He did jokingly because when he was
jokingly.
like, he was like, oh,
And then those dick pics were all just those was part of the gag.
no, because so it was funny because we would talk on Tinder for like the last week that I had it. I forgot what I posted up, or because on my bio on Tinder, because it was more of a joke. It was more of a joke to have it.
Yeah.
And my bio on Tinder would said, a warm hole is a warm hole. That was on Tinder
That's a
bio.
joke? Jesus. I wonder why you're not attracting the right men.
So then Josh was like, what the fuck is your bio? And he messaged me on Tinder. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot I put that there. It was like a joke from the beginning that I had it.
There he is. What's up, man?
Hello.
We're talking to Kamaru Usman, one of the best fighters in the world right here. You are on the MMA Roasted podcast. I got Alyssa Garcia. I got Andrew Montanez, CB Gold. How are you doing, man?
What up?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Congrats on you. What are you on, a 5-fight winning streak now?
6, but
Nice. Dang.
6. And you're knocking fools out now. This is a different. I remember on the Ultimate Fighter show when I watched it, you were like, yeah, I don't have a lot of self-confidence. I'm nervous. Women make me very. You were like kind of like a little kid, and now you're just like you're just killing fools. What's the difference, man?
well, first of all, I went into the show with 5 TKOs, 5 nut KOs, TKOs.
Okay.
I was 5-1 when I went into the show, so it wasn't that I was just started knocking guys out. It's been there.
Right.
The biggest thing is, the change. The change of competition definitely does kind of,
Yo, CB.
it's like a shock at some point to where you have to adjust to it. And it took a little time to adjust. I mean, if you look at the guys that I fought in the house, I fought Michael Graves, who was another promising prospect, who was the only guy really, that was signed on their end besides Hyder. And also Steve Carr, former world champion, had beat many tough guys.
Yeah.
Going into there. And so, it just took a little while to adjust to it, because I always knew the level that I was on, but, I had to adjust to now guys that are able to somewhat compete or at least survive, with the level that I am on. So, it took a little adjustment, but now that I know where I'm at and where I stand, it's time to run through the whole welterweight division.
Well, you're getting better and better, man. It's nice to see because you're a nice guy too. Like you're a role model. You're a nice guy. You came from nothing. You came from like the streets. I mean, they found you in a basket, and then you were left at a doorstep, and now here you are. You got right. Was this white family took you in, and they wait, is that what happened? I think it's the kind of movie.
Something along those lines. I was actually born in Nigeria. I grew up on a farm. We were raised on the farm. My mom was a teacher, and, I had all the struggles. We was a teacher, a little shop owner, and I went through all of it. And I think it's kind of shaped me into the person that I am today. I'm resilient in a lot of ways because of the things that I've been through and the things that I've seen. And so, it's hard for people to really, tell me what I can or I can't do because of where I've come from, essentially.
Where did you when did you move over here from Nigeria?
I came over when I was about 8 years old, and I think because the next following year I started fourth grade, and yeah, it was a little challenging,
I mean, did you speak English?
Yeah, I mean, we speak English in Nigeria. Everybody speaks English, but it's a broken English because, as you know, we were colonized by the Europeans, and so we all have that English base, but it's broken English. It's nothing like here, to where if I was talking, you could pick out words and you could hear some of the things that I'm saying, but it was different, and so it was a little challenging, especially when you're dealing with the bullies in fourth grade when they tell you to go tell the teacher to fuck himself or do this or do that, and they get you in some trouble here and there.
Now, did you get sent all the losing jerseys? Like when someone loses, they send the jerseys that the team that didn't win to Africa. Did you wear those? And you're like, oh, look at this, and the people are like, that team didn't win.
Yeah, the 1996 Atlanta Braves.
No, we don't. I don't do that, but good tradition. We should probably start that.
Yeah. Now, when did you pick up wrestling?
I started wrestling my sophomore year in high school. It was just something that it was an alternative to what I was doing. As I grew up in Texas, and when you're growing up in Texas, football and basketball are king. You got to play those sports. And so I started out playing those sports, and I was pretty good. I was pretty competitive in middle school because everybody was around my size. But then once we get to high school, I didn't really grow as fast. Freshman year, I was about 5'2", 103 pounds, soaking wet. And I was pretty fast, but you're not getting away from all those guys that look like college football players in Texas high school. And I just remember taking just a bad hit one day to where I just laid on my back, and I probably screamed out every curse word that I knew at the time. And, I remember one of the assistant coaches asking me, why don't you come in and try wrestling? And I thought wrestling was WWE, what I saw on TV. So I was like, no, I don't want to get hit with a chair or nothing like that. And so it was like, why don't you just come in and try it? And I eventually, after the end of that football season, I eventually decided, I'm going to go in one time and give it a shot. So I went in, and I just remember this girl just wrecked me, like just beat the shit out of me, like all day. And at that point, I walked home every day. So I just remember walking home thinking, I'm not a man today.
Damn.
And I was thinking, like, you know what? I'm gonna F that girl up tomorrow when I get back. I'm gonna F her up. So I came back. I showed up the next day, and she beat the crap out of me again. I showed up the next day. She beat the crap out of me for like 3 weeks straight. And I just remember one day we're just wrestling. I didn't know what I was doing. We're just going, and all of a sudden I hit this move that I learned. It was obviously the first move you learn in wrestling, which is a sack headlock. And I just hit the move. Boom, headlock down to her back, and I'm just squeezing for dear life. And I remember I'm just looking at the coaches. I'm staring. Yeah, I learned something. Yeah, mother. And I just walked home that day, and I was just like, you know what? I freaking learned something.
Learn how to beat women.
And I just kept coming back, and it wasn't until like my junior season, the end of my junior year, that I committed to wanting to be the best. That I just kind of started setting goals for myself.
Nice.
Well, I mean, we went from there to making the Olympic trials, the Olympic team. I mean, that's insane.
Well, I didn't exactly make the Olympic team. Once I was a national champion in college. I was All-American 3 years, and I had a pretty good college career to where I would go to the U.S. Open and wrestle in those big open tournaments, and I'd do pretty well. And the head resident coach, Brendan Slay, at the Olympic Training Center was like, hey, we have a resident slot open up. Why don't you come join the resident program and train for the 2012 Olympics? And, I was so wrestling hungry. I wanted to be the best. Now I was already the best in college. I wanted to be the best in the world. So I said, yeah. So I signed the deal, and I lived there for 2 years training and competing in all these international competitions and tournaments. And it was tough, man. I mean, it's tough because now I just went from, yeah, it was a job in school, but at the same time, you had school to distract you. You had different things. You had girls. You had all that stuff to kind of trick you and get you away from that. But now this was it. You had to live, sleep, and breathe wrestling. And it was challenging. Like I kept having series of injuries here and there. I had knee surgery like 2-3 times while I was there. And when those things start happening, it kind of starts to mess with your motivation of, am I good enough to do this? Why am I doing this? Why am I here? And not to mention, you're not getting paid to be there. Yes, everything's taken care of, but you're not getting paid. So I'm living there, and yeah, everything's good. I'm okay, but I'm broke. There's no money in my pocket. I couldn't really say, oh man, I just met this chick out. I want to take out on this little nice date. If I did that, hey, we're gonna have to split the bill. That's where it was at. So, after just all those injuries, and they just kind of started to, dawn on me and just kind of wear me out. I started having opportunities to train with fighters, and I trained with a lot of fighters, and I would train with the fighter, and then the fighter would go and beat somebody up and make like 50 and 50, and then I just freaking flew 18 hours to India, competed in this hard ass wrestling tournament, and I got paid $1,500
in Indian money, which is like $12 in American. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, this isn't adding up here, like, because I wrecked that fighter. I trained with him and I just threw him all around, and this dude is just made $100,000. I made $1,500. Something's got to change. And Rashad Evans was kind of probably one of the biggest, most influential people that kind of pushed me over the edge as far as, hey, this is what you should be doing.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy he did, because now you're one. Well, I think you're one of the best in the world. You're definitely the dark horse in the division. I mean, you're a guy on any given day. You give your cardio is great. You got power. You got wrestling. I don't know how good your grappling is, but I assume it's really good because we haven't seen much of that. But I'm sure it's. You give me a face. I'm sure it's good. I mean, you're almost like I can't see weaknesses in your game. What would you say your weaknesses are?
I'm what I like to think of myself as a hybrid. I'm the new hybrid in the division, and I'm the type of guy that when I get that belt, I'm gonna hold on to it for a long, long time, because like if you look right now, I would tell you can go down that top 10 right now. I guarantee you there's each and every guy you can say one thing that, hey, that he has a negative, he has a hole there. This guy doesn't have cardio. These guys have never really seen their ground game, if they even have any. These guys can't stop takedown. These guys can't wrestle. What can you say about me? You can't say any of that, which is why everybody is ducking me. Everyone ahead of me is ducking me. Why? What sense does that make for me to not, the longest active win streak in the division, for me to not have a fight with anyone in the top 10, and every one of them is booked? What sense does that make? Doesn't. And they just realize, they understand it. They know that, hey, if I take that fight, shit, I'm just gonna have to find a good way to survive, because I know I ain't gonna win. So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about a guy that's been calling you out on our podcast. He says you're ducking him, Mr. Colby Covington. What's up with him?
That bum is not calling me out. Come on, man. Let's be real. That bum's not calling me out. Like, look at him. Like, that's a guy that no one would give a F about if he wasn't talking the most outlandish shit that he is now. No one would care about. Who would care about his style? What does he do? Is there anything spectacular that he does?
He's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He's got good striking. He's a what? He's a good wrestler. Good college Division I wrestler.
Good wrestler. Do you know how many good wrestlers are in the UFC, or how many good wrestlers are in MMA?
He's a great. Okay, he's all right.
Wrestlers.
He's a great wrestler.
Did he ever stand at the top of a podium in an NCAA tournament?
No. Okay, but
not. Okay, first of all, there's one thing. This is one thing I want to say is each and every year in the NCAA division, there's 80 All-Americans. 80 each year, but there's only 8 champs. There's only 8 guys that are able to stand at the top of that podium. No, actually, not 8, 10 guys. So where he's not one of those guys. He's not special. To be the champion, you got to be extraordinary. It's not just accept. You got to be extraordinary. And he's not. He's never been. What's extraordinary about him? Absolutely nothing.
So why is why is he saying
him for 3 rounds and he thinks he's good?
But why is he saying that? Why did he say that you were ducking him?
Come on, man. The same reason he's saying that he beat the shit out of Tyron Woodley and Tyron Woodley sucks, or the same reason he's saying that Damian Maia is a nobody, is this and that. Come on, man. Like, does that even make sense? Damian Maia choked out half the division.
No, Maia's amazing. No, Damian Maia's amazing. I mean, he is.
No.
So
that
if
makes
Colby,
no sense. He likes to. If he doesn't say that, no one would care about him. So he's only going to talk about the people that people care about, like me, Damian Maia, or Tyron Woodley. So that's what he's going to say. But guess what? I will promise you this: before I'm said and done in this sport, I will put my foot in his ass. I guarantee you that.
So, do you want the winner of Maia Colby?
Hey, I won't tell you. But I won't say anything because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But all I'm going to say is before I'm said and done in this sport, I will put my foot in his ass.
So you're getting that winner. That's going to be a good fight. Now, who do you think wins, Maia or Colby?
To be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't really care. Damian Maia is a guy that I called out a year ago because I felt that a year ago I could have beat him. But now Colby is going to fight him. Colby is average. I think Colby is first of all, I'm a realist. I'm no hater. You always know that about me. I would tell it like it is. I'm not no hater. I think Colby has the potential to hold on to him and hug on him for 3 rounds to maybe scrape out a decision. But I also think Damian Maia has the potential to choke him till he's lifeless. So it's hand in hand, Ain't gonna be no knockout, I'll tell you that, because both guys have pillows in their hands, so ain't gonna happen.
Bisping versus GSP. Who do you think wins that fight?
That's a very intriguing fight. It's tough. I think GSP knows that he can probably out-grapple Bisping, but that was probably 4 years ago that they probably grappled together. And so I think Bisping's bigger and stronger, and just man, it's a tough one. But I would have to go with Bisping via decision.
Yeah, me too. I think Bisping's gonna win. I think GSP is just too smaller. And plus, if GSP wins, is he now the 185-pound champion? I mean, he's gonna get.
I don't know if he's too small.
But he's gonna get. But he's gonna get murked by.
No,
I know. But what about how's he gonna do against Romero, Whitaker? I mean, these guys.
Doesn't matter. He's the champ. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Those guys make him small, but they're small because of the style and the way that they're able to fight.
Yeah. All right. So how do you think you do against Wonder Boy?
The who?
Wonder Boy Thompson.
Wonder Boy's tough. I mean, he's good. He has a weird style to where it kind of still poses a problem for a lot of guys because they don't get to see that. But in my gym, I get to see every style. That's the one thing that I love about where I train. I just see everything. I get to see the heavy grapplers like Damian Maia. I get to see the Taekwondo style like Wonder Boy. I get to see the just straightforward guys like Masvidal, that try to play the point system, the point game. And I also get to see the really, really boring wrestlers like that other guy you mentioned earlier.
By the way, is that your kid? Or is that a doll?
This is my little lady, Samir. Can you say hi?
Your daughter is adorable.
Hi.
Hey, Samir. Your dad can beat up my dad.
So she's not feeling it.
Your kid is adorable, by the way.
Dad could beat up all of
Yeah,
us.
you should see her in all my videos.
Nice. That's awesome. Good for you. How do you do against Tyron Woodley?
How do I do against Tyron Woodley?
Golden.
I mean, it's a really, really good fight, but I think eventually, I think I have what it takes to stop him probably in 4 rounds. But that I will say that probably will be the best matchup, most toughest matchup because Tyron Woodley essentially can do everything. He's a wrestler. He was kind of one of the first guys, that I would kind of classify as a hybrid and being able to do everything. But I think I take it to a whole nother level.
Well, right now they have you ranked right behind Ponzinibbio. They got you behind, yeah. They have you. Yeah, I mean the Topology record rankings.
UFC has a Magni in front of him at the same.
Yeah, how are you in front of How is Magny in front of you? You would murk Magny.
Who makes those rankings?
Neil Magny. So. I mean, Neil Magny's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. I just think that you would do very well against him.
Sense. Like, come on. Like, we can really, honestly, if you look at those rankings, what sense do they make? What sense does it make for a guy like, let me clarify this real quick. For a guy like RDA's ranked 5th in the division, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How is RDA ranked 5th in the division when I'm ranked, I think I was ranked
11. They have you 11.
I think I was, when he came into the division, I think I was 10th or 11th or somewhere around there. And Tariq Saffiedine was ranked 14th. So RDA comes in the division, beats Tariq Saffiedine in a close decision, and they put him above me. What sense does that make? You fought a guy that was below me, they put him above me.
That makes no sense.
And then he just fought Neil Magny, a guy that I knew I would wreck. Neil Magny's last loss was to Sergio Moraes that choked him out unconscious. Well, besides Lorenz Larkin, that choked him out faster than RDA did. And I just killed that guy. But then they have him and Neil Magny ranked ahead of me. What sense does that make? It makes no sense.
Now, would you fight Mike Perry? Would you fight Mike Perry?
Would I fight Mike Perry? I asked for Mike Perry. Yeah, you can ask for yogurt.
You asked for Perry?
I don't know if you follow my Twitter at all. There was a tweet that I put out a couple of weeks ago when I told RDA. I said, RDA, you and I let's do this in Detroit. Don't slip up and let Mike Perry step in for you, and steal the spotlight. And of course, RDA didn't respond. He chickened out, and then at the same time, he wants to turn around and say that Tyron Woodley, a guy that's everybody knows is hurt, he's calling him a chicken, that he's ducking him. I'm okay. Like, that makes no sense. But I asked for it. I said, hey, give me that guy or I'll take Mike Perry, and that's not me being disrespectful. That's me. I want the fight. I like that fight. Mike Perry's a guy that I know likes to fight. I know he ain't going to try to duck nobody. He wants to fight. He loves fighting. Fighting is him. So I'm like, you know what? Let's put on a performance. But that fight didn't happen. That apparently wasn't what UFC wanted to see at this time. So it is what it is. All I can do is just continue to train, continue to grow, and step in there and embarrass whoever they throw in front of me.
Well, you're killing it, man. You're ranked number 11 in the world. You're really ranked number 5 in the world, but let's say 11 right now. You got a beautiful daughter. You got a hot wife. Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
Okay.
Yet,
You got a hot
You
wife.
make all these assumptions.
You got a hot baby mama. A hot baby mama. Is your baby mama white? Because your kid is mixed. Is
So
that
many assumptions.
baby mama white or
He's half Brazilian.
half Brazilian? Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Heartbreaker.
Oh, man. Good job, man. That's more impressive than anything.
Keep up the good work.
So keep up the good work, man. Love watching you fight. And you're a good guy, man. You're a role model. More people need to be like you.
Thanks, bro, man. It is what it is. I like to say I was raised right. I wasn't, raised with no morals. I was raised with some morals. That don't mean I won't set it off.
Yes.
Still set it off if I have to.
Yes, you set it off. Just like that movie in the 90s with those 4 women. The bank robbers? You ever watch
Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett
Oh my
Smith.
goodness,
Jada-
yeah.
Point Break?
So set it off. It was called
No,
Set
it's
It
called
Off.
Set It Off.
It was horrible.
Yes,
It's on like
Set It
BET at like 4 a.m. when I'm high. Listen, thank you for coming on the podcast. Always a big fan of yours. Keep up the great work,
Thank
brother.
you.
Take care,
Thank
man.
you.
Take
It was a pleasure,
care, Kamaru.
being on the show once again.
Oh, anytime. That was Kamaru Usman. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
He's a badass fighter, man.
I like how he was saying how like the
It's
girl,
fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
like how the girl kind of made him set his goals. Like he wasn't embarrassed to say that. Like that's kind of cool.
Let a girl
Like,
beat him up?
Yeah, that girl beat him up, and like that kind of made him like, I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna beat this girl up. Like,
Yeah.
most guys be like, oh fuck, I gotta beat my
I
mom,
would
fuck
have
outta here.
quit.
You
Yeah.
would have quit if a girl
Yeah,
beat you
like,
up?
that's really cool.
I want to see where that girl is now. Like it was.
Joanna Jacek.
I was gonna say Cyborg, but Joanna Jacek works for me too. Yeah, I mean, that dude, he's a nice guy too.
Yeah. He's
And he
humble,
makes a
too.
very valid point about the whole RDA moving up. situation
It makes
because
no
now
sense.
Dana's saying Lawler RDA winner gets the title shot over
I like
winner of
that, though.
Masvidal and Wonder Boy. It's just a little weird. Like he moved so quickly up, and he's calling out two guys that are now fighting each other between Colby and Damian Maia. The 170 division is like almost a clusterfuck at this point.
Yeah, I think you do have to take in the fact that he did beat Cerrone pretty handily, and then Cerrone's doing pretty well in the welterweight division.
Yeah.
I think that kind of helps his case a little bit, but yeah, the rankings don't really mean a whole
Yeah,
lot.
it's weird.
You know what isn't weird? Fantasy football. Yes, people, the wait is nearly over.
America.
Yes, the wait is over. Not nearly over. The wait is over. Football is back, which means FanDuel is back. Fantasy football for everyday fans. New contest starting every week. No busted seasons. Something for everyone. They got started just $1. Just pick a contest, choose your team, and watch your score real time. I play every week. I win all the time. I feel good about it. Football is so much more fun when I'm actually playing fantasy and FanDuel. And over 2.5 million players have won cash prizes playing fantasy sports on FanDuel. So sign up today. Go to FanDuel.com. Click the Join Now button and use my code, MMA Roasted. New users get free entry into the NFL Sunday Million with over $1 million in cash prizes when you make your first deposit on FanDuel. Just visit FanDuel.com when you sign up with promo code MMA Roasted. That's FanDuel.com, promo code MMA Roasted, void where prohibited. Okay, so we are talking to a guy, we're trying to call him now, Phil Baroni. He is a legend in the sport. One of my.
Where is he right now?
Even if we know where he is, we don't know where he is.
Strip club?
No, that strip club closed down actually.
But does that mean that Phil wouldn't find another one?
No, but I think he was working there. That's why he was there. It was Chuck Zito opened up a strip club in Vegas and hired Phil as like the greeter or something. And
Oh, good. Let's put him at Walmart too as a greeter.
what the fuck you looking at?
Hey, faggot, welcome to Walmart. Whoa! How did you know?
Yeah. Great. Yeah, he would be a hilarious greeter. You walk in. I'm the best ever.
Just clocks you in the head. If you don't get knocked out, you get 10% off.
We got a sale on hair gel, aisle 6. That and tanning lotion. And what else? Wife beaters, half off, motherfucker. Welcome. You know what he almost was? He was almost a social worker at a school, a guidance counselor. He got his degree as a guidance counselor.
And you know
Guidance
how?
would be to the hospital.
Imagine what that school of kids would look like. It would be like
Sounds like my high school.
You come in, you're like, I'm having trouble in school. You're a fucking pussy. When I was your age, I was banging all 10s, all right?
Yeah, they'd be all like narcissistic.
What the fuck? You got a problem with math? I got a problem with your face. Get the fuck out of my office.
I'm having trouble with the football team. Take some steroids. Here you go. I got half off.
Let me make a phone call.
Half off fucking steroids.
Oh my god. Can you do like a new sketch comedy show?
Phil
of, like,
Baroni.
putting Phil Baroni and random like
Guidance
instead of
counselor.
undercover boss, like
It's not available based on text on the. It's coming from a 917 number.
like undercover Baroni and just place him in certain places.
Oh, no.
That could
That'd
be
be so
great.
funny.
That's like
he would be a great social worker. I would honestly send my kid there. Like honestly, like is this Phil Baroni? I'm looking at a blank wall right now. What did
we got disconnected.
he hang up?
He was like, "Oh, girl with a black eye. I'm not trying to get sued." It's like,
Probably angry.
He's like, did I date you?
he's like, "Oh,
Seriously.
we're looking for an apology. You're not gonna get it."
He'd be so funny, dude. Like literally, I remember like putting my Instagram engagement photo up, like, hey, she said yes, and then he puts do roids with the emoji of like the needle. Everybody else was like, congratulations.
Do roids.
He wrote do roids. That was-
Phil's avoiding the show.
Oh, come on. Now,
Like,
yeah.
your girl's a knockout, but I might punch you in the head for her.
Calling you on FaceTime.
What's the number one more time? Make sure
Maybe he doesn't want his face on the show.
I can't.
just do the audio. That's fine.
So,
You can never tell with Phil.
yeah. Yo, Phil. Yeah, Phil Baroni. He would have been a great. He was actually like, what a character that guy is. He really does need his own reality show. I would not miss an episode.
Imagine him as a stand-up comedian. He tells it, you don't think that's fucking funny? Let's go outside.
Yeah. How about
You
me
should have
breaking
tapes like what is it?
self-help?
Self-help tapes, dude. That'd
Oh
be
my
hilarious.
god. You go to sleep and all you hear
Just
is
stop being
like,
a
listen
pussy."
up, faggot.
He's like, Phil, my wife doesn't give me any respect. I'll fuck her. Okay, just send her over here.
Pussies.
I'll bang
Don't
her.
be a
Cuckold, It's
bitch.
fine. Just watch. I'll show you how to do it.
Give me $100. I'll make her scream loud.
Oh Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually more fun doing this than actually talking to Phil Barone. Come on, I hope he picks up. So anyway, Phil is now wrestling. He's tag team champions with Stephen Bonner. Maybe not champions, but he's got a tag team with Bonner. And he just
Can you press call back again?
he just did a submission only grappling thing as well. We got to talk about that.
Who was that up against?
He went up against somebody.
AJ Azagorn,
The guy's like supposedly like this like.
one really
Really
good
good?
jiu-jitsu
I didn't
player.
even hear about it.
He is real good.
Fuck. Did he text back anything?
You're not allowed to have phones in a strip club.
Nah.
Should we just put the audio? Is there? I want to just try to do the audio somewhere else. Yeah. So
He's
it's,
not answering. It's not.
all right.
It's not really like
Hold on.
he's.
Let me call him up. Yo.
And that first guy that answered was actually the wrong number, so that was some other dude that tried to answer.
Is it Craig from Jersey?
We've had it on the podcast before. We talked to the wrong person for 5 minutes, and like, and then we're like,
Don Fry's
and
number?
then we were like, no, it was. I'm like, so Johnny Hendricks. He's like, who the hell is Johnny Hendricks? I'm like, he's like, you want to talk about Rutgers basketball? I'm like, no, we don't want to talk about Rutgers basketball.
That's cool though.
Rutgers has a basketball team?
Yeah, he's like,
they're not
he
bad.
want to talk about Rutgers basketball. Oh fuck! All right, so Phil's not picking up.
Call Don Fry.
I wanted to talk to Phil about Bitcoin and stuff.
Is he really making
stuff.
money on like Bitcoin?
I heard he, did some Bitcoin.
He's like, fuck you, dude.
All right.
He's like, fuck this
fuck.
MMA
All right,
roasted
so-
bullshit.
Anyway, so-
show.
Asked Don Fry why he left a love letter for Kat Zingano at the booth.
Did he really?
At LFA, yeah. She went in to interview somebody, and he was there. And he left, it was a letter, and it has his name and phone number. And I don't know what the letter read inside, but he was hitting on Kat Zingano
What?
at LFA last Friday.
I'd frame it and say I got a love letter from Don Fry.
I wanted to
That's
take
hilarious.
a picture of the number so we could just call him again, because he changes his number all the time.
All right, let's talk about the fights this week. So the undercard actually looks pretty good.
Bellator?
No, UFC.
Oh.
Josh Emmett, he's a alpha male guy, right? Josh Emmett, he's 11 and 1.
Oh yeah, he had a surprise knockout last fight, didn't he, or something?
I think he beat somebody. Who did he beat?
He had like a fight of the night performance.
Yeah.
Dude, they beat the
He's
snot out of
fighting
each
Felipe
other.
Arantes, who's 18 and 8 from Brazil.
Felipe's good.
CB, can you scoot back a couple inches? There you
So
go.
that's on that card. I'm picking Emmett because he's team alpha male guy. Lena Landsberg, the elbow queen. Remember she fought Cyborg.
She cute.
And she's fighting Aspen Ladd, who's
Oh.
5 and 0 from Invicta.
She's fought for a while. Yeah,
She's good, right?
Yeah, she's tough.
I think she beats Lena Landsberg, the elbow queen.
I agree with you.
You?
I like Lena Landsberg.
Well, because she's cute.
She's cute.
This girl's pretty cute, Aspen Ladd. Not your type?
I like Lena
She's
Landsberg.
young.
But yeah, I think Aspen Ladd would win that
Is
fight.
Aspen 20, 21 yet?
And
She's that young?
and the
Oh,
fight
wow,
that
I
I
didn't
want
know
to see, actually also on Fight Pass, Andre Fili is taking on Artem Lobov. That
Ooh,
Now-
that's actually a pretty good little
I got
fight.
Fili.
Really good fight.
and Lobov actually 2 days ago held up a picture of him with a gun, being like, and he wrote like a gun holding a gun or something like.
What?
Yeah, something so dumb.
So he's getting rid
Put
of the
that right through Google
sledgehammer, and
Translate,
now
and
he's
it's just
gunner.
like,
and then people were like, put down Connor's weapons. Like it was like,
He's
probably.
no matter what he does,
It's all because McGregor.
CB, can you
or
hand me the
something.
computer?
What?
Sorry.
what?
Give me the computer. I'm
So-
gonna pull up the fight card for everyone.
So yeah, so we got that's the fight I'm looking forward to the most. It's the Fili versus Lobov actually.
fight.
I thought Lobov retired after Cut Swanson fight. Didn't he say he was retiring and going into acting or something? Or
He's good looking. He's good looking dude.
Well,
I tell you what,
acts
I'd
like a
save it.
fighter.
I'd
you'd
save his
it?
face. Save his face. Yeah. I mean, get into modeling or acting.
Well, he's a 14 and 13 and 1, but I'll tell you, he's the most exciting 14, 13 and 1 fighter I've seen. Because he's even Lobov, he's always in a exciting
No,
fight.
isn't
Yeah.
Mark Hunt have a very similar record to that? He's 13, 11 and 1 or something.
Yeah. You see
my-
Mark Hunt's tweet to Dana? That was insane.
Which one?
The one on Facebook called him like, you dumb motherfucker, bald.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem
Yeah.
I have with Artem Lobov is he gets closer to Connor's jock strap than I do.
No,
Oh my
okay, now if
God.
Conor McGregor was like, I'll give you my jock strap, but you have to wear it around my head for a day.
Wear it on my head?
Yeah, after he'd already sweating it. After he's sweating it up. Would you do it? Yes.
What does it get me?
Oh, he's like, I'll
I
give
just
you.
Closer
wear
to your
it?
jock
No,
strap.
I don't
Okay.
want his fucking jock
What
strap.
about for he gives you $5,000. He autographs it.
$5,000?
Yeah.
grabs the
He spent
phone.
$5,000 on shoes last month.
Well, that's crazy
My
because you don't have a
God.
job, so that's pretty impressive.
You know what? When you're the boss, it doesn't require a job.
It's crazy how you can just all of a sudden become a boss with not having
It's like
any
a
job.
T-shirt. It's like those Shark Tank shirts they sell.
When you're the boss, you don't have to have a job.
Oh
I don't know. They probably be something a little different.
So Smiling Sam is fighting. He's fighting Ramazan. I thought that was a holiday. Ramazan. That's
This guy's gonna take a holiday after Sam.
So I
knocks his head
pulled up
off.
Ramazan Ameev. He was the M1 global middleweight champion.
Wow. Look at you. Who
Yeah.
wins this fight? Him or Smiling Sam?
I like Sam.
You think Sam wins?
I used
this
to work
fight?
for his management team back in the day. I like Sam.
Sam is the most
I don't know.
awkward guy where he wins ugly fights.
He beat
all the
Rashad
time.
Evans.
He beats all these guys that you're like, on paper, he should not win, but he finds a way. There was a kid on my wrestling team in college who was his name was Gonzo, and he was the most awkward fighter. And he was one of these guys that was like, would figure out a way to place in every tournament because he knew who he knew the easiest route, and he knew who to lose to and who to win. So he would almost throw matches because he would
To get a consolation and
Yeah.
then get all the way.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Is he related to Shannon Rich?
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's a trip. I guess. I mean, that's pretty smart, but that's crazy.
My man Brian Kelleher is fighting from Long Island.
Love
fighting-
Brian Kelleher. We gotta get him on the show, man.
Fighting Damian
Stasiak.
Stasiak. Whose nickname was Webster. I don't know. Is it based on the TV show or the encyclopedia? I don't know. And my man Anthony Hamilton. That dude either gets knocked out or knocks someone out. He's another guy. He had over Smelino, one of the best knockouts I've ever seen in that Canada XFC or MF.
Closer to the mic.
Smelino Rama, who's now who was the champion at WSOF, which is now PFC. Hamilton's a guy that
PFL.
another guy, PFL, yeah.
So-
Another guy that either he wins by knockout or loses. And Marcin Held is fighting.
Yeah, and Damian Stasiak is coming off of a loss. He's got 2 losses in the UFC already.
So we're looking at Kelleher.
Of course, Kelleher's great.
He's from Long Island, though. I mean, based on
him being from Long Island.
That's why.
The only reason why.
You've broadened your bias. It's not just who's on the show; it's who's from New York.
Yes.
Okay.
And then also Jonathan Wilson, whose name is Johnny Bravo, who looked nothing like Johnny Bravo. He's black. No offense, but Johnny Bravo was white. He's fighting Oscar Piachota, who they have as 0-0 on the website.
Debut in the UFC. That's cool.
Not only that, he has no picture, and he's 0-0.
He's got no Wikipedia either, so we're just gonna find
I'm picking him.
Jonathan Wilson lost his last 2 fights. He's probably on the chopping block.
He's fighting a shadow.
Unlock character.
No, he's not fighting a shot. He's fighting a guy 9-0 with all of his wins by finish.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
well, I'm going for him. Well, unless those fights were in that San Diego league.
Oh, the Explode Fight Series
Yeah.
or whatever the
Oh
hell
my
it was.
god.
Yeah.
It was Explode.
Sure Dog just advertising the shit out of his Assassin's Creed game.
Wow,
on,
that
on
looks
there.
gnarly though, dude.
Right on top of the
Yeah, but
fight
you get
search.
to pet cats in it.
So
Yeah.
Do you really?
also Jan Blachowicz, you have too much free time. All right, so Jan Blachowicz is fighting Devin Clark, who's the brown bear. That he should be the dancing bear. That'd be pretty cool. It's a different thing. Okay, so Jan Blachowicz against Devin Clark. Who wins? The brown bear.
Blahovic.
Man, the undercard is so much more exciting than the main card in this thing. I knew Andre Feely, I knew the
Yeah.
girls, I knew Aspen Ladd.
It's not
I
not my
think
favorite card of the year. It's like a brunch time card too. It's
Brunch
like
time.
Brunch on Sunday or Saturday?
It's like a noon Saturday.
Sunday brunch.
Yeah, we were gonna do that because we do that Fight Party Live thing here. We actually for the first time chose a Bellator card over a UFC card just based on Musasi.
Really?
Yeah, just
That's this Friday, right?
Yeah.
Shlemenko Musashi.
Also, Carolina Kowalczyk
like 100
taking
wins between
on
those guys.
Jody Escobar, who I think was on Family. Wasn't she on that Full House? Jody, that was Jody Sweetley.
Jody Sweet.
Oh, fuck. All right, so
No,
Escobar-
Escobar's Keith Jardine's girl. She
Yeah.
was on the 115 tough. But
Tryouts.
Carolina is on another
I don't know.
level.
If you have to look at Keith Jardine during sex, you're tough. So
Jeez.
That's why she goes reverse cowboy.
He's a movie star though.
Cowgirl,
He's
whatever.
a movie star.
You know
yeah, he's in
what?
horror movies, and he's the main actor with no makeup.
and his partner Tate Fletcher's a comedian now.
Yeah, well, he was. He didn't show up to the show.
Oh, well then he's not a comedian.
Yeah, he didn't make weight. All right, so are we talking about Jody Escobar or Carolina? Who do we like in this card?
You know what? I'd take Jody. She
Jody?
comes from a good camp. She comes from a good team.
She's a 4-1 underdog or something.
Yeah, but she's tough, dude. I mean,
Carolina's coming off of 2 losses in a row.
The fight's in Poland.
and the number 1 and
Yeah.
champion, right?
She's in Poland. She's from Poland.
I think
The last 2
Carolina.
fights are against the top 2 girls.
I don't
in
know,
the
but
division,
my only fear is that the Polish crowd's gonna get this so behind this girl.
I got Carolina based
Plus,
on.
she has that serial killer face to her sometimes.
Yeah, she does. She's like,
She just stares you down. You're like, yeah, I'm probably gonna die from piercing eyes right now.
And then Donald Cerrone is taking on Darren Till.
Cerrone all day on that one. That's.
I hate to say it, but I'm going with the upset.
Dude, some of Cowboys.
Till's good though.
I'm good. Till's good. I'm going with Darren Till.
Yeah, he's really good.
I'm not happy about it, but I'm trying to be realistic.
Yeah, he's fighting in his hometown. I'm assuming, right? Is that why they're doing the fight? In
Well,
Stockholm?
he's not in.
Oh, I guess he's England actually.
Polish.
He's
I
Liverpool.
think he's like Scottish or.
He's from Liverpool. He's 24 years old. He's born December 24th, 1992.
And he hits hard.
He's only a year older than me.
Because you're crazy young.
That's insane. He's crazy young. That's crazy.
You guys are crazy young mixed martial arts fighters. Yeah, you guys are youngins.
That's insane.
I'm 32.
So what's going on with you? So I didn't watch the main event, but that girl that we had on the show, that hot chick, Andy.
Oh, Andy Wynn.
Andy Wynn.
That's how you pronounce it, right?
Wynn.
Yeah, Wynn.
So
Andy
she
Wynn.
lost her fight?
Yeah, but she lost to the girl who's meant to take the whole thing. That was her first matchup. Is Reina Kubota.
Arena's number 1 seed?
Yeah, I mean she's the face of like Ryzen right now.
Did Andy come out to American Woman again and that like stripper heels and stuff?
Did she come out to American Woman? I don't know if she came out to American Woman. I can't remember what song. She came out to a pretty American song.
Yeah, she's a crazy. She's hot.
Yeah.
She came to my show and I was like, "What do you do?" She's like, "Oh, I'm a fighter." She's like the only Asian girl I've seen with red hair and freckles.
Well, she's
I got her
Vietnamese.
fight up on this.
What?
For the viewers at home, you guys can see what we're talking about.
Do you have the walkout though? The walkout's like a very cool part of the event. Yeah. By the way, the other girl talked about your ass. The other Asian girl that lost to Andy in King of the Cage, BB Laced.
Oh, I think I retweeted her tweet.
Yeah,
or
she
I liked
likes
her
you.
Tweet. Yeah. She's like, that ass dough.
Yeah, all these little Mexican, Filipina, Vietnamese now, like they all stick together. You guys should form like a I don't know, like a Voltron or something.
Voltron, just make one giant like.
You mean a
like one
Megazord?
straw weight?
Yeah,
A Megazord like in Power Rangers?
Sure, well, that too.
Together.
Yeah, you guys
It's
are
morphin' time.
They're all like little.
And then create an opponent for Gabby Garcia. Just all of us put together.
That's hilarious.
That'd be so cool.
Seriously, because you're all like little Asian hot, horny chicks that like prowl Japan looking for cock and beat downs.
Well, yeah,
Is that what the girls are into over there?
that's what we do.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What?
I got out of MMA like world a
Yeah,
little
dude,
too
what
early.
you doing, bro? Seriously.
I'm sure if you announced your return, Ryzen will call you tomorrow.
By the way,
I would fight for Ryzen next New Year's Eve if they wanted.
By the way, really?
Probably for free.
Just free trip to
Seriously.
Japan.
Who are you gonna fight? Ishii?
I'd want to be in a Grand Prix. I'd want to be in a Grand Prix.
That'd
Yeah,
be cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Right now you're in the Grand Slam. So
Is that a Denny's reference? Okay. Just gotta make sure.
by the way, he heard you were coming and then gained 15 pounds.
Oh my god, I was just gonna. I didn't want to comment because I
At the
didn't want to
new-
get a tender spot. Like,
at the
oh,
New
my
Year's
goodness,
card.
No, he was. I was like, you may be too skinny for her. By the way,
I was like,
He's like, I had a couple Grand Slams.
I was like, yeah, I did say, I'm like, I'll have some pancakes.
he had a
or something.
6-pack. He had a 6-pack yesterday.
It goes
another
in waves
one.
depending on. We cater a lot around here, so
I like that. I like
He's in the
catering.
first round of the Grand
That's how
Prix.
dinner should be: buffet or catering, always.
Yeah.
Seriously, he looked like Kenny
I
Florian.
used to fight at
making
155.
weight.
Now I'm
Ooh,
205.
talk
Really?
dirty.
Yeah, he's fighting diabetes.
What?
Now, do you make guys? Now, do you make guys eat during sex? Or like, is that
You know what? Actually, I do not like food in the bedroom. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't like whipped. I don't like being sticky with like food. Like that's gross. I don't like.
Wait, you don't like being
syrup.
sticky?
No, with food. I said that's why
Oh.
I said with food.
Let's
No.
disclaimer here.
Yes,
Disclaimer here, ladies and
So
gentlemen.
is like The Biggest Loser the Bachelorette for you?
Yeah.
You're just-
Watching that.
Wait, why are you jerking off? You know this is on video. Is there something we need to know?
Yeah,
Because
seriously.
those undies were real tight, but
I
it
was
doesn't mean
thinking
there's
about that.
nothing
I'm
in
like,
there.
here's this girl. She's hot. She's cool. She fights. She likes hip hop and old movies. You have to have a penis at one point. Or like what is it?
maybe
Lift
lost
your
it on
head
the
up. Let's
road
see.
I got it removed too.
Cool.
Like what? So what happened to you? How did this happen?
I don't know. Somewhere down the road, it just maybe my parents didn't tell me something. I had to choose.
Oh,
Right.
I blame
You know?
Josh Barnett.
Why?
It
I
probably
blame
is
Josh Barnett.
Josh made you way
Some
too
sort of
cool.
He has corrupted you.
Probably, yeah. And yes, he definitely has. He definitely has.
So
Interesting.
He's just like,
it's so funny because people are like, all people come up to me at like fights and stuff. These out of shape guys are like, dude, I'm Alyssa's type. I'm like,
dude, I get the
like-
weirdest DMs after this show.
Really?
Every time. I showed you that dick pic I got, remember?
Yeah.
On the last time I was on the show? Oh,
I can't believe these guys actually see their dicks to take the picture.
That's how you know they're not. They're sorry, it's not gonna work out.
Nah, they just found him on Google or something like that.
Some
That
of
was
them
like
were.
a good dick. That was like what I want my dick to look like. I'm gonna send
If
that
I
one.
could choose my dick, it would definitely be
Yeah,
that one.
I'm not the lights off, so she's not gonna know the difference at all.
So,
At
hilarious.
all.
so Phil Baroni, I tried.
Are you
to
gonna
get him
pull
on
up some
the show.
dick pics?
I was going to. Yeah.
Do you really get a lot of dick pics?
I get some really weird DMs. Well, some of them, like Twitter, will delete them for you. Let me see.
Be a
Really?
little closer to the mic.
Well, that's not
Yeah.
fair.
Talk about
We're
these
talking about
dicks.
dick pics.
Yeah. Let's make sure.
Talking about these
make sure these
dicks.
guys at home can really hear
Let's
about
see,
these.
yeah.
dicks.
People are like, Alyssa's account is hacked. No, those are the actual pictures she's getting. That's
Yeah,
actually-
they've renamed
Even
her
though
the
I'm
boner
6'3", do you
collector.
think you could beat me up? Like what?
Oh,
Alex
God.
OC? That's
My
weird.
DMs were better.
that was actually that was
Mine's like good luck, like to you. that was DM'd you.
that was from Travis Brown.
See, but I was hoping for dick pics from you. I'm just kidding.
I don't send no dick pics.
That was from
man.
Travis Brown, and the answer is yes. By the way, that
What?
6'3", and you could beat him up. just so you
You
know.
just tapped hearing about it.
Yeah, just so you know.
I'm changing your nickname to the boner collector.
Yeah. Seriously,
The boner
Tiny
collector?
Tim,
Instead of the bone collector, the boner collector.
Boner collector.
the boner collector.
I send
like that.
flaccid ones just to give a good surprise. Like you get the before, you gotta work
Yeah.
yourself up
See what I'm
to.
excited.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always thought the ass murderer was my favorite
The
one.
ass murderer.
So the axe murderer.
She must
I
have
think
a
that's
really big dick then.
that'd be you gotta really make some a scene and to get that kind of dick.
How was?
Scene or
By the way,
semen?
how was the Sakuraba Frank Shamrock grappling match?
It was uneventful.
Yeah.
All of them fell
But
asleep.
you know what? It's
including
hard.
Sam.
Can you,
I
lean
mean-
back, can you push back a little, CB? Just there you go. Or like maybe scoot your chair back to it, just so you can still lean forward.
That's kind of hard though. Like to have like
Okay.
I don't know. Something really amazing has to happen to have a fun grappling match when you have
Yeah.
all these fights going on.
Nobody went
You
for
know
a
what I mean?
takedown.
Yeah.
Frank kept going for these front chokes, and he was so exhausted after the match. Like I used to,
He was-
I trained with Frank for years. Like I used to like live with Frank, and
Where?
he's up in San Jose. That
Oh,
was
wow.
Yeah, me, Brian
He says
Ebersol.
he just
You were part of the Lions
there
Den?
again.
No, it was Shamrock submission fighting.
Oh,
That's
okay.
when I fought for Strikeforce. Frank
Yeah.
was in my corner and stuff. Yeah, that's
cool.
that's when I fought for Strikeforce. That was 2005.
Wow.
I was in 5th grade.
How long was the grappling match? Was it,
12 years ago.
was it 15-minute rule, the grappling match? Or
It was a 10-minute, one round, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I say 8 minutes in, you send Barnett in there and see what happens.
Just
maybe
make it-
with a
make it
chair in his
pro
hands.
wrestling match.
Yeah, maybe with a chair in his hands. Like if you don't start
They
doing
like pro wrestling
something,
over there.
You know, it was
they
They
cool.
love
worship
it. Yeah,
pro
they love
wrestlers
it.
over
It was
there.
love
cool
it.
to see them in a ring with each other, but it was really uneventful. I'll pull up a little bit for you guys at home.
Would Hendo have done better against Sakuraba? Because that was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
I think 'cause he
original.
would've-
Hendo would have tried to get it to the ground. He
Yeah.
would try to get top control.
He definitely would have.
1,000%.
That'd have been some cool, like, you know, because it would have been some cool, like, clinch exchanges. Him trying to fight for underhooks, whether, you know, I
So
think
I'm going to show you guys this fight. You see, you guys are watching. We're just going to show you the entire fight. It's just a lot of the same shit. Yeah, this was it. Just really didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it looks more like a Frankenstein impression.
Yeah,
They just
Frank's
kinda-
got some bad knees. After the fight, he fell to the ground like it was the craziest grappling match. And I'm not trying to shit on Frank or anything.
People are grappling
I just
to stay
think
awake right now.
I just think it's yeah. And this was at like 4:00 in the morning.
Was the winner the
Yeah.
one with the better outfit?
This
The winner was anyone who didn't watch.
I paid $20.
That
for
was
it.
actually
Really?
intermission.
Yeah. She was fighting. I've never missed a Rising card.
But these guys are
I've
legends.
watched
I mean,
every Rising
you know
card
what?
live.
You know what?
I've
I'd much
never
rather
missed one.
watch this though than.
But I've also never missed like any MMA event ever, really. So it's just like it's no exception.
I'll tell you what though, I'd much rather watch this than watch one of these guys get knocked out or fight an MMA fight where it's like, okay, yeah, you got Frank Shamrock's name, but you got knocked out by some guy who's 21-0 from whatever.
Yeah.
So you know what? Good. They can still compete.
I probably
and no one
disagree a
gets
little
hurt.
bit with that.
Really? I mean, to me, nothing was sadder than watching BJ Penn get like posterized by
Frankie
Yair
Edgar?
Rodriguez.
Oh, the Frankie Edgar
See,
too.
but that was bullshit, too. Like, they matched him up with...
Yeah, why give him that matchup?
Their
That
matchmaking
fucking,
for his
that's so
4
disrespectful. I was
fights
so mad when they gave him that.
ridiculous.
But do you want to say? I'd rather see Diego Sanchez compete in this, make money, and not get hurt, than watch him get knocked out by Al Iaquinta in 45 seconds.
Adam, I know what you want from life right now in terms of MMA.
What's that?
You want more than anything Foreman versus Seagal.
I would first of all, I would love to see.
I would pay $100 to watch that
I would too.
tonight.
I would not, but
Really?
I would pirate it for sure.
I think Foreman gets to bring his grill in if it gets too tough, though, and just swing it at Seagal.
That would be awesome.
Or make some steak for him and
he'll
have to sit there and eat.
No, he'll bring the grill. Seagal will eat it, and then he'll hit him in the back of the head.
I'd be
there you
honestly, the
go.
only reason why I'd watch that is I want to see what happens to Seagal's hair. I want to see if he still has
Has
hair.
a do-rag on or something. He
Or
comes
it's
out
like
with a
powder, or
do-rag.
I don't know what's up with his hair, but I want to see what happens to his hair, like what he looks like after the fight.
Yes, I pulled up the article.
Like the
for
different
everyone.
transformations of Steven Seagal over the years, just
He's a
unbelievable.
big dude.
But also what's going on a lot of times is like it's coming out now that he had like told Jenny McCarthy like at an audition for his movie, hey, there's nudity in this movie. And she's like, no, I read the script. There's none. He's like, well, there is, but it's not in the script. But you just have to get naked. But don't worry, it's just for me. Like he's in some
Wow, he
shit.
pulled some Weinstein fucking lines out.
Yeah, that's coming out
Weinstein
now,
one-liners.
too. Seagal is like, for a guy who's supposed as a great martial artist, he seems to be missing a lot of
Chromosomes?
Yeah, exactly. Well, morality. Okay,
You only
so,
need to be missing one to really.
Brains.
Yeah.
So this-
Yeah.
so this Friday night, Shlemenko, who's 53-9, is taking on Musasi. I think Musasi just murks him. I think he's gonna knock him out.
I think it's easy
By the
night.
second round.
Really?
Andrew, what are you thinking?
I think this is a barn burner. I think Shlemenko is really fucking good. Tito is just way too big for him when they fought. I think way too big for him. In the 185-pound division, he's a killer.
Yeah, but Musasi looks so good against Weidman. And his last couple fights, I mean, even his fight against Uriah Hall, that rematch, he's just got great, crazy power. And Shlemenko hasn't fought the type of competition that he's been fighting.
The guys he fought over in what was it? M1. The guy he beat
Kendall Grove?
Vyacheslav. I can't pronounce this guy, but this guy is really fucking good. He beat for the middleweight title. He's on a big streak. Yeah, he beat Kendall Grove,
He's on, what, a five-
Paul
streak?
Bradley, Brandon Housley. He
He
beat
barely beat Paul Bradley, and that was a weird fight. And Bradley was like dealing with a lot of shit in that fight.
But
beforehand.
since the Tito, he lost to Brandon Housley. He avenged that loss. It's not no walk in the park. You're talking about a guy that's 56-9, taking on a guy that's 40.
42-6.
Yeah, so you have over 100 wins between them.
So you're thinking it's a toss up. You
Or
Alyssa?
50.
You know what?
98.
Actually Musasi was one of my favorite fighters, but then he had said something about I don't understand why women fight. Like he was like against like women fighting.
Was that Fedor or Musasi?
Musasi.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Moose.
So if he loses, I'm not too heartbroken about it. I was actually really sad when he got knocked out by Uriah Hall, and then I was like, no, I don't care anymore.
And you, CB?
I got Musasi knockout first round.
I'm gonna go with Shlemenko.
Neiman Gracie. I didn't even know there was a Jewish Gracie.
Neiman's good.
It's actually Neiman Marcus, Gracie.
But he's 4-0.
Neiman's good.
Is he good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's taking on Zach Buccia.
He's 6-0, but
Zach Buccia. Is Zach Buccia good? Who are these guys, Andrew? Talk to me.
I don't know much about Buccia. This is actually prep for Friday, which is great. Let's see. I'm pulling them up right now. So
But I gotta go for Neiman Gracie. I'm happy that finally they've accepted.
Gracie's don't lose very much. Like I think in the heavyweight division, like was it Hodger?
Yeah.
He's dealt with some really big guys. That the button to knock someone out's a little faster. I think in these lighter weight classes, it's a little tough. But the guy he's fighting seems to have a good record. He beat Bobby Volker, who's really good. He beat Pele.
What
He
year
beat
did he
Pele.
Yeah, but what year would he beat these guys?
This year he beat Bobby Volker.
Oh, really? I didn't even know Volk was still fighting.
He beat
Did
Pele.
Haley is like 97 years old.
He beat Pele in 2015,
the
which
soccer player.
Pele
though.
must be 50 years old. It's pretty similar
Yeah.
at this point.
I mean, come on. He has a win over Art Jimerson last year. He beat Tank Abbott in the battle of the.
Yeah, I don't know. And
Yeah. All right, so we're picking Neiman Gracie. Heather Hardy, she's a good fighter. She was a boxing
Boxer, right?
champion. Yeah, she's fighting Christina Williams.
the good 1-0 versus 0-0. That's was that co-main event with one combined fight between them?
Nice. Yeah,
gotta be-
Bellator.
That's a rarity right
Make sure
there.
you have it on the 3-hour delay.
I gotta write that into the. I've been making these little fun
Or the
stats.
1 week
That's a good
delay.
one.
2-week
She's-
delay. Yeah.
She's got some. Yeah, she definitely has some good hands on her.
Yeah, fuck
She-
that
she
shit with
throws.
Bellator with that delay stuff
It's
for
the
the West
worst.
Coast. That
Did you
makes
see Joe Schilling
no
went
sense.
after him about it?
Yeah, but then he took it down.
He took it down.
Yeah.
Well, they probably told
because
him.
once you put it up, it's
Yeah,
in the
you don't think everybody's
interwebs.
screenshotting and retweeting and all that stuff?
It's-
Like John Jones deletes everything.
It's out.
But also, Lisa Blaine is also fighting Anna Hulatan. I think I saw these. These are. I can't wait for this fight.
I know nobody on the card.
What a
Yeah, I don't know
what
who
a
those
tough
girls are.
weekend for mixed martial arts fighting. Not the most star power we had this weekend.
Well, they had what's the name? Dave Rickles off the card.
Yeah, with
Dan-
Brennan Ward.
Yeah.
That was the co-main event, but Brennan dropped out.
They got a guy Jordan Young who's
Interesting
6-0
fight
on the
card.
card.
Well, there's still WWE's TLC on Sunday.
Let's not get crazy. here.
Wow.
Let's not get wild. All right.
That's amazing.
That's
Let's
amazing.
not.
I can't wait
yeah.
to watch that. Who's the is Hacksaw Jim Duggan going to be there or no?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, then I'm
Pluto,
not watching it.
Pluto TV. We're more of an Impact Wrestling company here. You know, we're more into.
I like Impact
We
Wrestling.
have we just launched the Impact Wrestling channel here, 24/7 free Impact Wrestling. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Until they bring
Josh
back-
Barnett is he's had 2 matches in Impact, and we're gonna play them on his birthday. I think his
Bobby
birthday's
Lashley.
Oh, really?
his birthday's
Until
coming
they
up.
bring
Hit
back
the
Doink the
big
Clown and
4-0.
Dink.
on the
Doink's
10th, I
dead.
think.
Doink's
Yeah, the
dead?
big
Doink's been
4-0.
dead for a long time.
Well, then I'm not watching it then. So until they
He's
bring
dead
back,
for a long time.
yeah. What about Dino Bravo? Is he still wrestling?
No.
Oh, then fuck
They
it.
got to
I'm
do
out.
that hologram stuff we did, Adam. They got to
Yeah.
bring them back hologram.
I'm actually on my
stuff.
way over there now. I got to be there again. So,
Hologram?
Yeah, we're gonna do it again.
They got to reshoot. Yeah.
Yeah, they got to reshoot. Like today, I'm going. after
Oh, nice.
this,
Yeah,
in Beverly Hills. So, all right. CB, what do you have coming up?
Going to San Diego tonight for a few days, hanging out. Otherwise,
What are you doing in San Diego? Are you graphing?
well, my girl's she's going to a seminar for her company in San Diego. She's getting a free hotel room at the Westin.
Nice.
So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll go down to San Diego, and yes, I'll be graphing tomorrow.
Is the seminar like how
what
to
kind
deal
of
with your
graphing do you do?
how to deal with your homeless boyfriend?
What?
What is
Seminar-
graphing?
Meeting fighters, having them sign stuff, take photos with them.
Getting autographs.
Autograph,
Autographing.
photograph.
What kind
It used
of
to be
graphic?
Ask Adam. He's a great grapher now.
It used to be called stalking.
No, it still
yeah,
is called
until
that.
fucking
It's definitely,
what's his name?
it's
Joe
definitely still
Jaggy gave
called
away my
that.
spot.
It used to be called
Asshole.
wasting time.
No, it's
other
definitely
than that,
still called. Those are all synonyms. Those are all.
It's called
Synonymous.
too much free time.
other than
Stalking.
that, I'm at the tattoo shop 4 or 5 days a week.
How many autographs do you have now?
How many? As of last night, I think 34. 35.
Now, if your house went on fire and they all burned, would that just be it? Like, what
I
would you
had
do?
to get rid of my full collection a few years ago because of some circumstances, and
You lost it in the divorce?
No, I just had to sell it to pay,
Like
pay
you
some
kept the,
bills and
like
stuff.
you kept the first name and she kept the last name.
No, it was just I had to sell all my stuff. No, otherwise, hanging out at the tattoo shop, Graffiti Palace Tattoo, North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Graffiti Palace Tattoo.
Nice. Well, congratulations
Awesome.
on your autograph store. And you're now you have another McGregor tattoo. You have 6 tattoos.
I've had 6 since he beat Alvarez.
Okay. Now, if he would have beat Mayweather, what would you have done?
The stakes were if he beat Mayweather, I named my firstborn son Connor.
Well, no, with stakes with who? You and
It's easy,
yourself?
though.
Me and my
That poor
girlfriend.
child doesn't
You-
even get a say so.
Wait.
You know?
So your girlfriend said
They
that.
never
and
do.
But what? And now that he
Never
lost
do.
it, so what happened?
She's agreed that our firstborn son's middle name will be Connor.
Connor.
My God.
Wow. That's
cool.
Well, that's a good reason for her not to have kids. Oh, okay. So
No need for birth control. There's all the birth control you need now.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense when she has sex with you. She sees Conor McGregor every.
they were going to defund Planned Parenthood until they heard this. They're like, you know what? Planned Parenthood is now still in business thanks to this.
We have a
nonsense.
multi-billion-dollar contract with him now.
It's like, when did you become a registered Republican? It's like, what the? What? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Now, would you ever get a tattoo of someone on your balls? Or
On my balls.
I would get my balls for Mike Ball. Daddy.
my ball.
I would get Mike Ball tatted on my balls.
We came full circle. That's amazing.
I would get a picture of that guy Mike Ball tatted on my balls.
1,000%. I heard you this first time, but still funny.
The third time was still okay. The fourth and fifth were all right.
She's doing the remix of her own joke.
You guys get it? It was the thing. It was the thing we were talking about earlier. The guy, the joke, the Mike Ball. I'll catch.
She's gonna text me in like an hour.
Just
Hey,
in case you
guys-
jumped
Contact
in.
name is now Mike
Yeah.
Ball.
Just in case you jumped in the
Are you
hour
getting
and
any more
33-minute
tattoos?
mark.
Like ever?
Yeah.
Of course.
What are you gonna get?
I
Connor's
haven't
face
decided yet.
again.
You haven't
No,
decided.
I
yet?
would do a second Connor face.
Uh,
I don't have room.
Okay.
No?
Do you think Connor has your name on his?
Fuck yeah, he does.
What would you? Okay, so all right. let's say you could have a threesome, right? Who are the
Here we
hottest
go.
women?
We've done this. We did this a year and a half ago when I first came on the show.
I know. Why don't you-
Hanging out with Connor.
It changes.
Plus the fact that I have a
Than
girlfriend.
have a threesome with Jessica Alba.
Plus the fact I have a girlfriend that I'm marrying.
Okay, nice. Does she know she's marrying you?
Yes.
Okay.
Fiance.
And she knows she's your girlfriend or not?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
That's cool. Good for you, man.
She listens to the show, so I cannot give away any of my surprises or secrets for proposal and wedding. But yeah, we're gonna get married.
Are you gonna propose to her at
Good
like,
for you, CB.
Universal Horror Nights when she's fucking scared by someone?
No.
Okay.
I got kicked out of Halloween Horror Nights years ago.
Why?
They're not supposed to touch you.
Yeah.
And this dude came from behind me on one of those like.
He was mad that he didn't get touched.
You touch that guy. You don't touch me, man.
He came up behind me and he grabbed me by the leg and I didn't know what it was and I turned around and clocked him in the head and I got kicked out of Halloween Horror
Well, you
Nights.
you assaulted a man.
He touched me.
You could go to jail for that.
And he didn't grab my dick or tell me to go in the shower. So I
I thought
don't
it was
really
Halloween
appreciate
Horror
it.
Nights, not Horror Nights.
Yeah.
That's a different night.
I like it. I like it.
You go to West.
And I didn't know I
let's
was
use
the
your
horror for
Halloween.
the
A lot of
night.
horror outfits.
It was actually at the Waffle House. It wasn't even at the Horror Nights. Anyway, so Andrew, what do you have coming up?
Friday night we're doing a Fight Party Live on Pluto TV. We have Keith Barry from Bellator coming
nice.
in.
Nice.
Dude, Eric Magana, he used to fight in Strike Force.
Keith's
years
girlfriend
ago.
coming, Nicole Aniston, the adult film actress.
I don't know, but way to
She's
give her
fucking
a nice
hot.
plug.
Alyssa knows what she's
plug.
doing on Friday.
I like to give her a nice plug. All right,
It's gonna
go
be
ahead.
good. We're at Pluto. We're testing out some interactive features with like live chat and just a fun live show that we'll be giving some giveaways. And we watch the fight. We eat food. We drink. It's kind of a live podcast while we watch fights. And then next week we're actually gonna have the live stream of Glory Kickboxing undercard. So we'll be having a party. People will see the Glory fight and we'll be like picture in picture.
Wow.
As we party, so you'll be able to see the fights in Paris.
You'll be the only ones watching the fights. Will be the people at the party.
Well, it makes sense because
We're watching the party going, why the fuck am I sitting
it's-
home watching this
It's
crap?
goddamn exclusive to Pluto. It's exclusive.
Why am I watching
All
people
right.
party?
If you're not,
What the fuck, man?
if you're
My
not
ass
at the fights in
sucks.
Paris, you're not gonna get to see them. If you're not going,
People are
to
like,
Pluto.
wow, a glory hole. I'm gonna watch this glory hole. And it's fucking.
They're good
Speaking of
fights.
which, wait, what happened to Bigfoot Silva and Rico over the weekend?
He got knocked.
got destroyed.
Of course
I-
he's gonna
I
get
figured as much, but I
RIP.
didn't see
Everyone
it,
was like,
so-
R.I.P.
RIP was like 8 fights ago.
Yeah,
Bigfoot.
seriously.
That's bad.
He's not doing great.
Yeah.
It's his time.
He's
you know?
he'll come back around.
Come back
They
around.
say you got to lose 10 in a row to
What is
Is
it?
that-
The
is that
fucking
the-
To
Bob
reach
Sapp?
Bellator's main event.
Yeah.
What is this? The Bob Sapp fight plan or something? Or
Maybe he's doing that.
Him
thing
versus
where
Bob
he just
Sapp is a
wrestle, like,
decent
losing to the
fight.
right people to then
Yeah.
come back.
Oh yeah.
if
right.
you're gonna make stupid matchups and crazy matchups, do Bob Sapp and him. Do
And Bigfoot.
do
Ding,
guys
ding,
that aren't
tap,
the
both
most
of 'em.
skilled.
Double
double tap at like the.
0-1.
It'll be glove touch knockout. They both touch gloves. They'll both fucking fall down.
Honestly, like,
And no Phil Baroni on the show, huh?
No, I tried calling him, but yeah. Anyway,
Nassau
so
Community
Alyssa, what do you got
College.
coming up?
Just tournaments. I know I have. Well, I actually signed up for a wrestling tournament just to.
Nice.
You know, I need to stay active and.
There's a
keep
female
my-
wrestling tournament.
No. It's Cerritos College. It's actually I think they do have a girls division, but I'm gonna do the
Cerritos Auto
men's.
Square.
I was gonna say, does the
What is
winner
it,
get a
men's
trip to
open
the
division?
car lot?
Yeah, men's. I think they do have a women's. I'm not too sure. I don't think I signed up for the women's, but I
Hey,
probably
Vern.
should.
Are you gonna wear the same
against
outfit
men?
you wore in
No, I am probably never gonna wear that outfit again.
What?
Dude. Okay. Well,
Are
unless
you-
it's-
are
unless
you-
it's for him.
Do you get rid
Unless
of your
it's for
fight
him.
worn stuff?
Huh?
Do you get rid
Appreciate
of
you,
your fight
Alyssa.
worn
because
stuff?
he'll
Do
keep
you
it.
like-
No, I
he'll
keep
keep it
it.
and like
Keep it
smell
all.
it every night.
I want the gloves.
No, I really wanted to keep my gloves, but they make you sign them and then give them to. They try to sell them, I guess. I don't know, but
They gave him to him. He fucking.
No, I fucking wish.
Wait, hold
They
on.
fucking-
An
Hold
Asian
on,
version
hold
of
on.
him is outside, like just the doppelganger.
tattooed.
Yeah,
I own tattoo
It's
shop.
actually me. I just taped my eyes back.
I can see that.
All right, that's racist. All right, so,
It is, that is racist.
so anyway,
Let me apologize for all of my commentary today.
apologize now.
I
Yeah.
did not ask you to jerk off in a shower.
Hashtag
Okay.
me too.
now, Cerritos College. Hold on, you're wrestling
Yes.
men.
Ooh.
Yeah, it'll be it's a tournament, so there'll be.
You're wrestling older men.
I don't know how old. Well, I'm hoping. Yeah, it's more for me than for.
You're wrestling 100. So you're wrestling 108-pound grown men.
No. It's
That's no
I think the
such
lowest
thing.
weight class is 125.
125.
Yeah.
You're wrestling 125 men.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on,
That's
Alyssa,
crazy.
don't.
If one of them beats you, do
careful
they
out
get to go on a
there.
date
Oh,
with
he's
you?
already worried about me.
No, don't worry. We're gonna sponsor you.
Yeah, hell yeah. A Pluto singlet, just
Pluto.
all black with a big old.
That'd be
that's
cool.
crazy. Now, is
That'd
it
be great.
now? Is it
We'll
open?
do that
Is
for the
it
next
like,
Ryzen fight.
Now, are
Get
these
roasted
guys that are
across
like
your vagina.
Olympians? Because people that compete in this, are these like Olympics or national champions?
No, it's just Cerritos College, so it's just like local guys like going in and college guys wrestling.
All right.
It's
They
a
were-
tournament.
I'll let you know who's there. I'm graphing it.
Yeah. He's gonna be the ref, Bob Graffin. All right, I want to shake hands and sign this.
That's a pretty smart idea.
Yeah.
I should go to ref school.
That would be hilarious. This guy's knocked out. But before you call the fight, can you just please make it out to homeless guy? Okay. So, all right. So you got wrestling tournaments.
A couple nogi tournaments coming up. Just staying active.
Now, if people want to sponsor you, how do they get in touch with you?
DM me or I don't want to put my email.
Slide into your DMs.
Slide into my DMs.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I slid into my
slid right
DMs.
in, yeah.
I remember exactly when it happened.
It's the last time you ever slid in 10 years. Normally he's sliding in pudding. Okay, so, all right.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm-
Blood pressure sliding.
I'm
He
kidding.
gives me no credit. I'm actually rather athletic and pretty
No
freaking
credit.
good
You're
at
a-
jujitsu. And
You're a brown belt under like you're under Henzo
fucking good.
Gracie. You're a brown
I've been
belt.
goddamn busy trying to give people free fight shit.
I give you lots of credit and marijuana from Speedweed. All right, so
But then you do shit on me once a show. Once a show, you do like you slide.
I do
maybe
shit
twice,
on you
maybe
once a show.
twice,
That's true.
maybe
That's because I like you. If I didn't like you, I
Is that what you're into? People shitting on you?
No.
Oh, that's what Adam's on.
Yeah.
Oh, I went the wrong route with that one. I was
Sorry.
confused.
Just want you to shit on my,
To my
shit on my chest.
If you're upset about it, I'll stop shitting on you.
I'm not upset about
I
it.
just want to watch you shit.
I've been upset for a year and a half. You fucking yell at me.
Yeah, but this dude gives to
You
me.
sound upset about it.
No, I'm not
Really?
upset. I'm just. I got a good moral compass, and I'm just kind of
Hold
Mortal
on.
Kombat?
Compass.
moral compass. I don't know. It's
right,
like
so-
direction of moral.
Anyway, so I will be at the wine cellar in Apple Valley tomorrow night.
Is that someone's wine cellar?
Yeah, you just a random wine
If you
cellar.
do see Adam's shows, they are kind of like in people's houses.
People are just whining. And I'll also be in Romano's in Riverside. It's a fundraiser for cops. This weekend, I'm at Brentwood at the Cap Oak Street Club in Brentwood, California, Northern California. Next Wednesday night, I'm at Laughs Unlimited in Sacramento. Team Alpha Male's coming. It's gonna be fun. Sarah McMahon's gonna be there.
Oh, I know where I'm going next week.
Yes.
Open mouth doubles at, what was it? Where were you at?
Laughs Unlimited.
Last
Open
open
mouth
mouth
double.
doubles
Where
at
is
Last
it?
Unlimited.
It's in Sacramento.
All
Then
right.
I'm in Seattle at the
Book a
Hawks
flight.
Nest in Alki Beach, Seattle, next Thursday night, and then Saturday night I'm in Chehalis at the Riverside Golf Course, and then November I'm in Maui at Threes Bar and Grill in Hawaii, November 10th, 11th, and 12th. Listen, guys, thank you, Pluto. Thank you, Andrew. If I do give you shit, it's only because I love you.
It's only because you just have no filter.
Yes, no filter. That too. Thank you. Good seeing you back, CB. I'm happy you're back, man.
It's good to be back, man. I hope I can come back often.
I will have you back next year. Okay, and
I figured as much.
and Alyssa, keep fighting.
Oh, I had fun. I always have fun on
Good.
the show.
Keep smiling. You're beautiful. We love seeing you up on my YouTube channel.
Is there a chance for you to get back into the tournament, like wild card or
You
anything?
know what?
Or?
I don't know. Someone had tweeted, I forgot what they had tweeted, but something about, kind of like a wild card option. And I'm like, man, I'd fight her again if I had to, or I'd fight whoever to get back in the tournament if I could.
Wait, they didn't have one for yours?
No.
Because they have one for the
For-
new one, because Ian
Ian
McCall's
McCall?
Yeah, Ian McCall got the
Yeah,
wild
as
card.
he got there, I was heading out. But I hope.
Well, it's not like you got the shit kicked out of you. So
No, and I'm hoping that like the last part of the fight gave me a little more I don't know in the
More-
tournament. You know?
Okay, yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm hoping.
It was close. They could have given it to you.
Eh,
I would have given it to you.
you're gonna give it to me.
Yeah, no. But I'm married now.
Only in the shower.
I would have given it to you in the wine
Only
cellar
in
that
the
I'm
shower.
going
I
to.
posted a picture of me, Colby, Dean Thomas, and Masvidal, and then she writes, "Yum, open mouth doubles." I'm like, I was like, what fucking hot girl writes that?
No, I didn't say yum. I said I wish I would have been on that episode. Hashtag open mouth double.
I'm like, who? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, is this like Greg Wilson in drag or something? Like
What did I tell you? War Master corrupted her.
yes,
She's fucked for life now, physically
I was
and
pretty
mentally.
corrupt when I met him. You don't know how many times Joshua looked at me like, what the fuck did you just say?
I know.
And he's like, what?
and Josh is a serial killer. So anyway, listen. Thank you so much for having us, Andrew. Thanks for everything. We'll see
Thank
you
you,
next
thank
week.
you.
Take care.
of
Bye-bye.
course.